Iceland trout.
Dance floor.
Iceland trout.
Dance floor.
Iceland trout.
Dance floor.
Got my glow sticks.
It's Monday, Bo. It's Monday, Bo.
Yeah,
What's going
Mr.
on?
May says he loves your Sammy imitations.
It's Monday, Bo.
What's going on, everybody? You like that? You like that clip? We love it. Happy Monday, Roro G says. EPF 831. Happy Monday. Vic, let's get it. Dayan Zivan, happy Monday. Drum Capella, what's going on? Joe Root.
Your mic is low.
My mic is low?
Yeah.
How's that? Better?
Maybe I'm low.
Yeah, it's probably you. Yeah, I think it's you.
It's me.
I'm always on point for the most part. All right. Butterfly Kisses. What's going
Hello,
on?
everybody. Hey, Butterfly Kisses. What's
Monday. Corruption Connection. What's going on, buddy?
Homie Dayon's here. Who else? Robo. Hey, baby.
Salute, Jojo Christmas. Buonasera tutti, Pat Dor. Pat Dor.
Big Lou. Thank you. Thank you for the donation last week, Big Lou. I appreciate it.
Salute to you. Salute to you. William Brooklyn, salute to you. So today is Monday. Every Monday we are live here on YouTube. We're going to talk about a few things, a few interesting things going on in the genre. We're going to also talk about a couple other things. Frank actually wanted to answer a couple of questions. We've been getting some questions in the comment section. So maybe we'll get to that. Half Day of the Jackal. That's right. True Cosa Nostra, bro. So, Frank, there's a couple of questions you want to go over. So let's shout out those people who asked those questions, and let's see what we got.
Okay. Hey, Scott and Chris Capel, my man.
Hello, man. Scott H.
So one of the questions was how authentic was the Italian and Sicilian in the Godfather movie? And that was asked by Little Man's Corner. From a 1 to 10, probably a lot better than the other films. I would say maybe like a 7. De Niro, I give him a lot of credit. I had to learn how to speak Sicilian. He don't speak Italian or Sicilian. There was rough patches, but Bruno Kirby was really good. And we talk about the other guy in the movie. The guy, the Turk, was good. Salazzo, really good. Especially when he's in the restaurant, he's trying to explain to Pacino that he is a hunted one, and Pacino responds back, right. And he really bad. And when he goes, and he gets frustrated, and he goes, "What I'm trying to say is, I want my family left alone." But it's if you're Sicilian, like, what the fuck was that? But masterpiece altogether. Okay.
Yeah.
What brought this up was the Green Book. Great movie. I liked it a lot. They can't find no more Italian guys to have Italian speaking parts. It seems like it was gibberish, it was really bad. And we go to Enough Said. Another commenter said that a lot has to do with the wave. There's no more first generation Italians like there used to be. I beg to differ because I grew up with a lot of them, but in that industry anyway. And he said the last wave, which is very true, of Italian immigrants to the United States was about 1975, and that makes sense. But at the same time, it was really. I'm surprised they can't, get Italian-speaking actors for those parts, And then I seen a movie that an ex-friend of mine, whatever, I don't know if he's in the X category or not X. Produced, called Once Upon a Time in Queens, and he had this one kid I grew up, Mario Ruffo. He did a pretty good part. I liked it, but the only problem is acting needed a little bit more help. But other than that, his Sicilian was pretty good. He has a part where he talks to Savino, the actor.
Yeah,
and he does a good job.
What's that movie about?
It's about a guy that gets paroled after 25 years, and he gets contested by the New Blood. Okay. And he lives like in Queens, Middle Village, actually. And Rappaport is in it. He's a kid that lives next door. He knows of his reputation, drives him around, but really not into the life. and they have a rapport with each other, and he has a little girl, which I think is actually the producer's kid.
Okay.
Really good. I liked it. It was an independent film, and the one where Paul Savino plays Messino. Yeah, Corruption Connection. I would say pretty good too.
I got the trailer. Maybe I don't know if you want to watch it because I've never seen the movie.
Check it out. It's a really good movie. I liked it a lot.
Let's watch the trailer. Hopefully, I don't think we'll get in trouble. It's like a minute. Let's watch the trailer because I honestly, when you told me about it, I've never seen it before. So
it wasn't bad.
So let's see what we got. Let's check it out. So this is Once Upon a Time in Queens, 2014. Paul Sorvino, Michael Rappaport, Renee Props. I don't know if her name's longer than that. Let's go.
Mr. Joe. Guy used to float when he walked. It's a piece of steel, this guy. Powerful guy like that.
He was like a god.
I know. He was the man.
You know they knocked down Shea, right? Shea stayed.
Here's the status of your three closest associates. Santo Campione and Richard D'Amato testified against you and many other people that you know. Here is a list of every known member in organized crime that you cannot talk to, be associated with, come in contact with.
And Mario.
Hello, boys.
This is Joe.
Joe,
how are you?
How's your neighbor?
Very nice person. Very nice family.
I hear he takes great pride in looking after you.
That's what we do. It's a Sicilian thing.
It's okay that I offer to take him places and run errands for him, right?
Yeah, why? I mean, it's not like you're offering to do anything illegal.
Bobby, I gotta ask you a favor.
All right, what is it?
I gotta reach out to some old friends of mine if you know what I'm talking about.
What's the deal, man? What's up?
Been looking for you earlier.
Well, we just noticed that you've been spending a lot of time with them lately, and we wanted to make sure that you understand who you're dealing with. Could you do me a favor then? Could you let your neighbor know that I send him my absolute best? You have a lot to lose. If I were you, keep my distance.
You think because you're running errands for the old man, you could talk to me like that?
Yeah, I think that. You look around this neighborhood, you don't see any drug dealers on the corners. Nobody's getting their house broken into. That's partially because of guys like Mrs. Scaleri. There's a certain amount of respect that they bring to the neighborhood. You know I got a guy following me in an unmarked car every now and then?
Don't you walk away from me when I'm talking. Don't you disrespect me. You forgot who you're talking to, right? I'm a legend in this neighborhood. I was a boss. I ran neighborhoods. I had men working for me.
But you got to give it up.
Yeah.
Stephen Bauer. That's Scarface, right? Isn't that the guy from Scarface?
Yeah, that's Manolo.
Yeah.
But it gets emotional watching that clip alone because those were his neighbor. I'm very familiar baseball field where I grew up playing ball. The church where I think that's the church where I got confirmed. So there's a lot there. Obviously, I mean, we were real close when we were kids. The producer, so. And he put it together. There was a lot of people I haven't seen in years in the film. Older people, good people.
Yeah.
Even the producer's dad was in it, so it was kind of like holy shit. But maybe am I biased? I thought it was a good movie.
The trailer doesn't look bad. I've seen some really bad trailers for like mob type movies. It didn't. Look bad.
Way better than fucking like.
No, it didn't look bad.
Guy does
yeah. I mean, I've seen. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, Matt, what's going on? Carmine S, what's going on?
Definitely better than the Gotti film.
Oh my god, that was horrible.
Yeah, it was good.
Gotti too. Yeah.
Could have happened to a better bunch.
Francesco Fiordilino. When are they going to make a Giannini movie? Yeah,
let's see how this goes first. It'd be pretty good.
Yeah. The name of the movie was Once Upon a Time in Queens. Everybody, for Roro and Matt.
Queens. Shout out to Corruption Connection.
Yep. Bobby Fingers, what's going on, buddy? How are you? Hope you're doing well.
But that was Mario, the kid over there. So he got into acting, I guess, after I left. I think he was trying to get into acting as a long time as a kid. But I would have got him to be in the if I was a casting director to those fucking Mama Lukes they had there. Did I just say Mama Luke?
Yeah, it's probably like, okay, who could we find like the top, actors first and then train them to be a certain way or, whatever it is,
right.
As opposed to like the other way around.
For
I see
sure.
Chaz made a little appearance there. I saw, huh?
Yeah, they had a pretty good cast. I think Rappaport, Chaz. They have Savino, obviously. They have Manolo from fucking Scarface. Bauer,
Yeah.
Stephen Bauer.
Yeah,
That's
Steve Bauer. Yeah, yeah. And that guy in the I don't know, if it was a butcher shop or what it was.
The
That
Wire,
other
the
guy.
from The Wire.
Yeah, he's in a bunch of. He's in a bunch
Yeah,
of.
he's
I
in a
remember
bunch of
him.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's in so many movies.
Yeah. So that's pretty good stuff. Pretty
David
good
Lopez, G78, my man in Ireland. What's going on? Christian May says something funny I remembered about Sammy. One of his shows, he said that Louis Bo Filippelli used to piss everyone off. He calls everyone Bo. Is that why they called him Bo? Bo. Rob Jean, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, Rob Jean? What's going on, my man?
What's going on, Rob? Can you hear me? What's
He
going
did
on?
me about a couple of weeks ago. He
Huh?
goes, he was on a show. He goes, I know that place on Fresh Pond Road, good food. I was like, yeah, I used to go there all the time. Good friends with them. Place he went to eat. I was good friends with them. A cousin of a friend. And Tika, I haven't heard that place in a long time. I was real close with them.
So let's get to some topics. Any other questions that people left that you wanted to get to? Anything else?
I'm looking. Where's Pastor Bradley? I want Pastor Bradley.
Pastor Bradley.
If you're
Here's a
out
good
there,
question. Frank, did you know Carmine Polito?
No, I didn't know Carmen Polito, but I knew everybody else involved in that fucking fiasco. I run into Fortunato. He had the bakery. I run into him in jail.
That's the Genovese guy?
Yeah, the old guy. He had the bakery.
Or am I thinking of somebody else?
Yeah, so that was him. Who else? And the guy with the shooter I went to school with, Anthony Bruno, he shot Mikey. Fucking who else was there? And Jingal. I knew Jingal. He was a gym rat. Not a rat, a gym rat. He was a big ass guy. They were all from Greenpoint. They got into that Cookie Durso hit.
Yeah.
One guy died. Cookie got shot. He could feel the bullet went, it held the blood from coming out of his head. He put his finger right in his head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a story. We'll get to that story too eventually. He wanted revenge, and he started hanging and piling around a lot with Vito Guzzo after. And Vito took him on a piece of work, and then he flipped on Vito.
Mm-hmm. You remember the Lemon Tree Disco in Fresh Pond?
No, the Lemon Tree was on Austin. The Greenery was on Fresh Pond, and the Arena. There was two of them. If I recall, the Lemon Tree, and Tony Silo could help me with it. Hey, what's up, Tony? He definitely knows. But yeah.
Danny F has one question, and then we're going to get to some topics. Question, Frank, were you friends with Anthony Basile? Cookie's cousin was a guy named Tino, I think.
Yeah, Tino's the guy who got killed. Anthony Basile, I met him when I was testifying against another member. I'm not laughing him. It's not like I never like talking about that shit, and he was on his own case. So Anthony Basile he was involved in a murder that of the guy from the Post. From I think we talked about this.
Yeah, well, actually, funny. We were actually talking about it today. Funny,
Robert Perino. So what happened with Anthony was, I think, a good friend. I know he was pretty close with my cousin Dino. So after that, he blows trial. He gets found guilty, and then he flips. That was a popular thing around that time after Messino did it.
It's amazing that you can do that, though.
You can't. Listen, it's not a thing. It's precedent now. Obviously, it happened. Basile ended up getting 10 years after.
Right.
But that was it.
I guess there just has to be somebody or something greater than you that they're after. And, obviously. All right. So let's get to the first topic. So this past week, you guys can head over to, I'm sure many of you are already subscribed to Chad Marks' channel. I'm not going to play any of the clips from his channel because you guys go over there and check it out for yourself. Chad Marks, Blood on the Razor Wire TV. Chad Marks is a guy who himself was incarcerated for many years, I believe, on drug charges. If I'm not mistaken, I believe, I could be wrong, he got out with the First Step Act, if I'm not mistaken. During Trump's first administration. He runs a great YouTube channel. I think he's one of the best as far as the prison stuff goes. He's a great writer, great speaker, and he helps guys. He helps guys try to get out of prison. And one of his tasks was helping Tommy Reynolds. I think they got his sentence reduced to 40-something years, and then after they got that, then basically they actually got it reduced even more. And he has been released from prison. Now, I know a lot of people were saying that there's no way a guy like that is ever going to do an interview. He's going to disappear. You're never going to hear from him. He's born again. He's this and that, which is, I guess, a good assumption. But I can't say if he's going to do this again, Frank. I think, he probably owed it to Chad to at least go on there because Chad has helped him so much. But what did you think about that interview? I'll give it to you, and I'll say a couple things too.
Fuck. What did I think about the interview? It was humbling. It came off 1,000% honest. He was remorseful for that woman who died. And let's be honest, it was a job gone bad. I get it. People were like, yeah, but they shouldn't be doing that anyway. But I can't judge. I can't judge, and I'm not going to judge. It was sad, and it's sad in a lot of ways. Well, because I look at it as, I'm glad I didn't put somebody away for that kind of time. That was something I always, even up to today, deal with as a cooperator, because that's a fine example of what happens to somebody, and you telling on that person can be responsible for that. I'm not saying not to tell. I'm just saying I wish I just would have never got involved, period. So, but looking back, I own that. I'm not here to say, people justify when they talk, they justify by looking at somebody and said, yeah, but he did this, but he did that. They don't look at it themselves. You were friends with them. You did that shit. You can't go around saying, you can't go around saying fucking like, when he was a scumbag anyway. Oh, he tried to go with my girlfriend. Oh, he didn't send me money. Oh, he stole my money. So. Yeah. I'm never going to judge anybody, unless it's a fucking pedophile, a rapist. I can't. I was in that shoes in more ways than once. It was kind of heart-wrenching. It really was. His father was my co-defendant.
Andrew Reynolds.
Andrew, yes.
Yeah,
and
he was your co-defendant.
Visit him, and he was in jail with my brother. Tommy was, and I used to see what it did to his mom. His mom. Back then, I think, and she was going through a little something. I'll just keep it at that. And thank God she's still with us. So the kid went through a lot. I know people are going to say, yeah, but look at all the bad things he done. I truly got a remorseful person out of that, and let's yeah. It was a sad interview for sure. So I wish him all the luck in the world. I hope he gets everything he needs, everything he wants, and that's it.
Yeah. I mean, we spoke about it on the phone. We kind of had the same conclusions. I found it to be really sad, really tragic. Yeah, one of the saddest interviews I've seen in a while, to be honest with you. Just to look at somebody who you can tell, listen, I don't know how he talked on the streets or how he acted, but, you could tell he comes off, he's very institutionalized. The craziest thing he said was, since 1995, he had spent 8 months free on the streets. So just think about that. Since 1995, he has had 8 months free on the streets, and it's 2025 right now. So, and of course, the saddest thing is that obviously a mother was taken from a family.
But that's true, and I found him to be remorseful for that. I know people might be like, don't feel bad for him. I do.
No, I do too. I do too. I feel bad for the whole situation. I found him to come off as like a very, I guess, tragic individual.
Yeah.
And do I think he should still be in prison? No, I think he's spent enough time. Maybe some people disagree with it, but still, you know, imagine if that was, you know, your mother or something. I'm sure they're like, I don't know what they're like. Sometimes they forgive, or they could be like, fuck him. He should be in prison for the rest of his life. But
Yeah.
I just found the whole thing kind of uncomfortable, to be honest with you. And I hope that he does something with his life, useful, makes use of the rest of his time. He's in his mid-50s now. Rob Jean says Tommy owed him that video for all the help he gave him. He's completely just, yeah, that's kind of what I felt, Rob Jean, that even if he's not going to do any other interviews, he probably at least owed Chad Marks a little bit of something for that, you know.
I think Tommy brings a lot to the table, though, in this genre, and not as far as talking about his crimes and stuff like that, because, you know, I don't think he wants to do that. I don't know him like that, but like talking to the young people. Danny F brought a good point. You know, just talking to the younger people who, you know, it's the difference when a guy who talks or ratted or cooperate talks to a younger person than a person that actually just did time and didn't tell on nobody. I think they come across to those kids better than someone like myself or Sammy the Bull, you know.
Of course.
Sammy, I think sometimes just he doesn't speak about his wrongdoings. He speaks of them as it is what it is, it was what it was, and that's what it was. Sometimes he even calls himself a gangster. So, you know, Tommy would be a great help to these young people today.
Yeah.
I saw.
I agree. And, you know, what he's going to do, I don't know.
Shout out to Southie. If you're listening, Southie up in New England, shout out.
Joey Frakes, Chad did say him and Tommy worked on a class in prison to educate guys. Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, I'm sure he did a lot
he's another good educator.
Good things, certificate programs, all that stuff, educating people. It's just yeah, like I said, I hope that somebody like that could do something good, make a difference. I mean, of course, if he disappears and, like he said, if he lives a quiet life, that's completely up to him. You know, he's free to do whatever he wants. Maybe that's even better for him. But it's got to be tough coming back, getting assimilated. I mean, basically being incarcerated since your mid-20s and you're 55. It's fucking wild, man. Really wild. Any other comments? If anybody has any opinions on it, please leave a comment. Cindy said she started watching it. All right.
Hey, Cindy. Yeah, it was a different one. It's not what I expected.
It was different. Yeah.
It was different. Yeah.
Plus, it didn't help that he's in a halfway house doing it. It's just like, you know, it's not like a professional or even in a nice environment or whatever. Bronxy South says people want to know more about Tommy. He can make some money that will help him, maybe do a book or some podcasts or shows. Yeah, I mean, that's always on the table. I don't know how much you can talk about with the crimes, but I don't know. Apparently he's involved in the Galino murder as well. So I don't know what a guy like that would be willing to even talk about. That's the other thing, you know, some people want to talk about that stuff and some people don't. They have so it's up to him, I guess, right?
I don't know. Whatever happened in that car that night and into that house in Staten Island where they were at, I could speak as another person I was very close with that was there that night. Never spoke about it, but you could tell it took its toll on him. And somebody I was really close to in the camp was Mikey Yamin. And Mikey was hurting over that. He hurts today when I speak to him. You can tell there's always something that if he could take back, he would. That would be it, and rightfully so.
Yeah.
I met also Paciello, and he there was always something between. Looking back now, them two, I always found, and Jimmy, what I see on the internet, but yeah.
Well, listen, I don't know. And like you were saying, and you bring up Jimmy Calange, and I don't have a problem with Jimmy. I've never even spoke to the guy. You know, what people do on YouTube, how they spend their time is up to them. But it's, you know, what you were talking about when we started talking about Tommy is the characters that come on here and they attack their former street mates or
Yeah.
whatever. And Jimmy has done an awful lot of that. I don't think it's done him any favors. I think Jimmy has a story. He could tell his story without doing that. But like I said, anybody, you do whatever you want. I don't have a problem with Calandra. But that's something that he's done a lot. And I don't know. It doesn't make you look good, I guess, is my point. I mean,
To each their own, I guess. You know what I mean?
yeah, to each their own,
Yeah, and that definitely, and
And it came up too. I don't have to say, whatever. It came up in the interview. Chad asked him about it, and Tommy was just kind of like,
Rob, who
that's
grew
what
up
it
in
is.
that
He just
area,
said, that's what it is. It is. That's what whatever it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. And
Yeah.
I mean, with Rob Jean, who grew up around that area, knows these guys too. He says Tommy's in a halfway house. He don't care about Jimmy. That's the last thing from his mind.
Right. Of course not. Yeah. But obviously all that info funneled to him. He knew what was going on. It is, you could tell in the interview that he knew some of the things that Jimmy was saying on YouTube.
Right. You guys have any questions to ask? We got some more things to talk about, but I don't want to get off this topic right away because it's kind of a big topic, But if you guys got questions,
Yeah, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, we could talk about it. And it was just a big topic. We're not trying to grab views. That's why I'm not playing Chad's
No, we're not.
videos.
We're just talking about how we
Yeah,
felt.
we're just talking about it. I'm not playing Chad's videos. I'm telling everybody, I'm not playing clips. Go to his channel, please.
Yeah,
watch
please
the
go to his
interview.
channel. It's a very good channel.
Blood on the Razor Wire. Check it out for yourselves. And
okay, hello, Frankie from Big Joey from Greenpoint, Brooklyn.
oh yeah, Joey, you sent me an email, Joey. I got your email, and I'm actually almost done watching that interview that you did. So give me a minute. I will get back to you, sir.
Who's
Promise
Big
you that.
Joey?
He's a guy who's been a bouncer in New York City for like over 20 years, and he's a big guy. And he was actually on Soft White Underbelly. He did an interview on there.
Did he know John Jingal? Yeah, sure, he had to.
And yeah, definitely someone that would be interesting to talk to because I'm into that, some of that seedy underbelly of New York City stuff. That those strip clubs. What goes on. So Joe, I will get back to you, sir. Thank you. Frank, did Ragusa hit somebody over the head with a shovel during a brawl at a club on Long Island, Queens border? Do you recall anything like that?
Maybe. Dude, I'll tell you, he was he was awesome. You wanna talk about a guy have your back into a fuck who he was going against. He was just that guy. If he was your friend, you love it. If he wasn't, not so much. But maybe. Shovels, bats. What didn't we use? A fucking bottles, anything that was. You gotta remember, we weren't big compared to these fucking Italian American meatball eating motherfuckers. They fucking big ass steroid. Yeah, we had to defend ourselves anywhere we could.
Making fun of the meatball eaters. If I learned anything from watching the Italians on YouTube critiquing American Italian, the one thing they make fun of is the meatballs all the time. Because they make small meatballs, if anything, like the tiny ones. And over here, they're like, here's a meatball, fucking half a pound meatball on your plate.
Yeah, I mean, we brought food from the other side. They just fucking started eating what they made things portions a lot fucking bigger. That's why Italian Americans are huge.
Yeah.
Frank, with all this, I don't have my glasses in the banana.
All the Sicilians in the banana family did ever use explosives for a hit?
No, but I burned a lot of fucking things though, cars, restaurants. I remember using explosives, but I burned a lot of shit.
Anthony Tavernese, what's up, Bo? How are you? Sorry if I missed you there. Yeah, not too many. If you guys remember any in the last like 30 or 40 years, I mean, I know the Frankie DeChico one, obviously, but I don't know of any. I'm trying to think, of any good bombs in the last even 50 years, 60 years, 50, 60 years, Italian New York City?
No, not to my knowledge.
I just know the Frankie DeChico one. I'm trying to think if there's any other ones. I'm not sure.
What did Bronxy South say?
Let me see. Let me read Cindy's comment. Let me boost my ego for a second. Hold on. Brett, your channels reflect your care, sincerity, and dedication for not only education and entertainment, but for a better world. Thank you, Cindy. Appreciate that.
There's Mo. Fly, Eagles, fly. Great game, man. How about the nobody wants to talk about the Super Bowl. What do you think? Shout out to my man, Barkley. You seen him? That's a man right there. I hope he gets the MVP. He very, very deserves it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Bronx Southie, he's asking about Michael Dowd.
I met him on a couple of occasions. Yes, I met him. A friend of mine is good friends with him. He's like, I don't know. I just I like him, but I don't know. The cop stories bore me.
Oh, the Chicken Man Tester. Yeah, for sure. That's a bomb. I guess I was thinking about New York. Sometimes I get a little New York bias, but yes, the Chicken Man.
Did you get those glasses and those shirts I sent you?
Not yet.
Okay. I sent them the other day.
They blew up the Chicken Man. Anthony Tavernese is singing Springsteen over here. I honestly don't believe Paulie G pushed anyone. I don't think anyone has ever said they were there when it happened. Yeah, I mean, I've never thought if that was true or not. I don't know.
I remember I was sitting at a co-defendant meeting with Danny Mangelli, and Tommy comes back from a writ, and and he's outside ready for a lawyer visit down at the MDC, and we're like five of us in a room. It's me, Joe Messino, Bobby Lino, Willie Raviello. I don't know who else was with us. There must have been some. Oh, I think Monkey Man. So we're in a co-defendant meeting, and there's Tommy, and this is 2004, 2003, and Danny goes, "Oh, no." He goes, "No." He goes, "I can't take it." He goes, please don't put him on my floor." And he goes, "He likes Tommy, but he's gonna drive him fucking crazy." So I go, "What's up with those guys?" He goes, "Look," he goes, "Benanti is the reason Spiro got the time he got." He goes, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Because he used to fuck with these guys, and then they'll be like, 'Hey, I want to open a spot on the block, a weed spot,' to Benanti, right? The kids would say to Benanti. Benanti goes, 'Okay, let me go talk to Spiro about it.' He'd go in the fucking club, make a cup of coffee, stay there for about 5 minutes, say nothing to Spiro, come back out and say, 'Go ahead, go do it.' You know what I mean?"
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of shit.
Interesting.
Yeah, so he goes, Benanti had a lot to do with what was going on with those guys. They're capable guys, they were tough guys, but he was feeding smoke up his ass to get a couple of dollars from them. I mean, think about it. This fucking guy was gonna make you open a fucking drug. You know how much money that man had?
A lot of money, huh?
Or the killing at that one junkie. You believe he told him go kill the junkie?
Yeah. No.
They pulled a Bevel Aqua on him, you know. "Hey, look who I killed for you. Bickelman,
that's right. That was the kid that apparently stole the jewelry from.
Who told you to do that? You know?
Yeah, apparently stole the jewelry from the daughter or something. A robbery in the house.
A lot of blurred lines.
Gaggy and his nephew used a hand grenade to blow up. Yeah, that's true. They did. They put a grenade in Vincent Governaro's car on Bath Avenue. That's true. You're right, Carmine S. He didn't die from that, though. He actually ended up dying, I think, the following year.
I know of a hand grenade that was used in a fucking club.
Is that right?
Yeah, it was Baccarat time. The guy didn't want to close, so they stuck a grenade in there. But nobody was in it.
Rob Jean says he didn't push him.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit there, you know. But that's everywhere. Makes a great story, though.
Cindy Birch says she's enjoying learning about your story and your life changes, and your criminality as well. Yeah. I saw a great interview, retired NYC detective Mike Cadella. Yeah, that's my buddy, Mike Cadella. He's been on my channel before, Scott H, a couple of times. Professor Mike Cadella. Yeah. Guys, check out Mike Cadella. Check out his book, Alphaville. Mike Cadella is a guy from Canarsie. Became a cop in the Lower East Side. And he is a 3rd or 4th degree black belt under Renzo Gracie. He's got a school in Staten Island. Check out Mr. Mike Cadella, Cadella Academy, Staten Island. Free plug, Mike. Where you at?
I have a
There he
friend of
is.
mine that ran a lot of those Gracie gyms, ex
Is that
Navy
right?
SEAL. Yeah. The Gracie Johansson Gracie used to have
Mhm.
this guy Saul something Ribio come in and toss them around for a half hour. They loved it.
Ribeiro or something?
Yeah, Saul
Yeah.
Ribeiro. He said, I would go, and then he like the guy made it look so easy, toss you 300
Crazy.
pounds.
Yeah. Yep.
He goes, you
Mhm.
want to join? I said, no, nobody's tossing me around.
It's a crazy thing to learn.
Yeah, but yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah. Cleveland was known for those bombs, right? Yeah.
Cleveland was bombing everything one time.
Eastie Kid says the Sicilians who run the Gambinos, would you consider them zips?
I don't consider nobody they Sicilian, yes. Would you consider black people the N-words?
Right.
But I know what you mean.
John Capello, my friend I'm with right now told me that Vincent Bigelman used to walk around the neighborhood without shoes. Wow.
They killed Jesus.
I get Jesus Christ. Yeah, Cadella's a cool dude, Scott H. Yep. Okay, so what else is on the agenda? Let's see.
Comment says, Frank, if you make a movie, guarantee it will be better than the latest Gotti movie. Fucking Pee-wee Herman can make a better movie than fucking that Gotti movie. Pee-wee Herman has fucking Joe.
Yeah, the funniest thing I saw recently was the same guy that made the Gotti movie. Who's that guy from Entourage? What's his name? Connolly, whatever. He teamed up with the jerk job that made that fake Roy DeMeo movie, and they're making a movie about the mafia cops. So imagine how fucking bad that movie's gonna be. Two momos come together who've both made terrible movies, come together, join forces to make the ultimate mob movie. It's like Bill and Ted, when they fucking go together. Station. Remember that shit? It's like
A Bickelman movie.
What?
A Bickelman movie.
A Vincent Bickelman movie?
Yeah, he was a dirtbag. Rob G said he was a dirtbag who robbed everything, and even Jill's house.
Francis from Pee Wee Herman would make a crit. That's funny. Well, not at this point. Francis from Pee Wee Herman didn't he play like Gacy in a movie or something like that?
Well, these creative geniuses, when they put that fucking screenplay on the desk, decide that, hey, this Gotti movie fucking it's pretty good. Which who said that? They got this fucking
who said it? The fucking family probably said it.
Oh, it's perfect.
The family probably said it.
The Angel.
Isn't John Jr. still saying that that's a great movie?
It should win an Oscar.
If I'm not mistaken, I think John Jr. thinks it was a great movie. It was accurate. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. But I'm pretty sure, unless they're just leaning in because they don't want to look bad. But
since we're on the Junior topic, and that's another thing I talked about on OC Shorts, because we were talking about who were like the guys that were pretty tough. I said Junior was a tough guy. And a lot of people in the comments had something to say. Did you guys know him? He was pretty. I mean, he was pretty intimidating. I mean, maybe because he was 8 years older, but he was when he was on the streets. I know maybe you guys don't think so, but anybody who grew up in that area, and not only that, his father was John Gotti, and he was intimidating. He was built. He was a fucking stocky motherfucker. He walked around with 8 guys all the time, fucking 2 Mercedes, came into a place, everybody stopped what they were doing. He loved the attention back then. He loved it. And I remember walking with 2 girls up in Howard Beach. We were kids, and thank you, 1 million anniversaries.
1 million anniversaries. Thank you for the $10 super stick. Appreciate you, buddy. Make sure you guys go over to subscribe to 1 million anniversaries. Puts up a lot of shorts, a lot of mob stuff. Go over there and give him a follow. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you being here. So we didn't mention that you were back on OC Shorts for a couple of episodes there.
Right.
You might not know it by the thumbnails. Obviously, the banana one, and then the junior one that he came out with after Frank was on there. And the second one, he was asking about all the tough guys. And so John Jr., I mean, I would imagine that being who his father was.
Like I said, we walked with 2 girls. I was like 15, 16.
Right.
Girls that knew from Christ the King. We would probably go to daytime, even another friend. And here he comes with a fucking Mercedes. He tells the girl, come. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And my friend goes, oh, that's John Jr. I said, all right, whatever. And not whatever. I said, okay, And you okay? He has to, he had to show his presence like it was his fucking neighbor. The girl goes, yeah, everything's okay. And then, okay, see you later. And then just fucking take off. But shit like that, That didn't make him. I mean, as he got older, look, he's involved in fucking a couple of really, really violent affairs. According to the government, I wasn't there. But he had that reputation for sure.
Oh, is that what happened with that situation? That's pretty funny, David Price. It's good anyway because the podcast probably would have failed if he stayed on it. All right. So Matt says Junior kept saying that each scene only had one take or something, which makes no sense to me. Yeah, I really have no idea. Mickey Smith, everyone from Long Island to Queens has seen the Junior Gotti crew tear shit up. Yeah, man. Maybe I guess if you were around back then for sure. But I could see like him being who his father is. Obviously, all his peers who want to be wise guys in the neighborhood are going to kiss his ass. So he's got a fucking entourage wherever he goes. You know,
he had men hanging out with him at 25. He had like 40-year-old fucking thugs hanging out with him. So I mean,
there you go. Yeah. So
I don't know what people say. He was nobody, or he got. There was another comment that said, "I seen him and his crew get his ass." I doubt it.
And I don't think anybody could say that. I mean, obviously, I wasn't around, but I mean, I think it's pretty implied that he was a tough guy. Travolta is gay without a doubt. I know for sure. Louis Tropia says. Interesting. What was that Haitian massage guy that he tried to come on to once? Yeah.
Crazy.
I bought Cadella's audiobook. I'll listen to the next one. Yeah, he's got a couple of good stories in there. He's got a couple of good mob stories. He's got an incident with Eddie Lino that he talks about. He talks about a kid he knew who ended up with his fucking head missing. Yeah, Cadella's got some good stories.
What else we got?
What else we got? Yeah, Gene's talking about Tommy Reynolds. John Travolta has been shelved from mob movies. 160 people. Make sure to hit the like. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Wow, I didn't know. 160 people.
160 people.
Guys, thank you so much for coming on. We're trying to make this go. Like I say every week, a lot of good stuff up ahead. So tune in. But,
every Monday we're here, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think we've missed a Monday yet, or a Wednesday for that matter. If we do, we always make up for it. This Wednesday we'll have something coming out, Bo. We're going to be talking about the Ridgewood boys. Obviously, you guys know some of Frank's peers who he ended up getting in trouble with. Some of them obviously going away for different things, but they all had to meet at some point, right?
Yeah, we'll talk about from playing soccer to the roller rink to some of these kids breakdance to becoming, getting to fights. Start with your hands, get with your bats, get with everything else, and then gradually, you know where I'm getting. But yeah, for sure. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I mean, back to Junior, really, because it was in my mind. There was the time where Vito shot the Ruggiero kid. He didn't know who he was. We got into that. So he came to the hospital when the kid was dead, and he was looking for Vito Guzzo. Okay, now listen. To me, there's no tougher than Vito Guzzo. I could go that I met. Okay, and other people like. They know Albert Anastasia, they know Joey Gallo. I think
that's good. Yeah,
that's my Joey Gallo, Albert Anastasia. Okay, if I could talk about it. And he came looking for him. Now, of course, he was who he was, and for him to go look, would he look for him now? No, fucking no way. But back then he did. So, and he knew who Vito was back then. So, he wasn't so much of a flake like a lot of John Jr. like a lot of you people think.
Yeah. All right.
Frank Anthony said, "Fuck you." He took my phone. Fuck you too. That's my cousin.
Thank you.
Once
Rob.
removed, I'm removed though, so it don't matter.
Thank you, Silo. Appreciate you.
Tell me the little prick.
Junior went himself.
Just even about my cousin, even though we don't talk, everything makes me fucking like emotional. These people are part of my life. You know what I mean?
Do you remember who Junior was with? Who would he have been rolling around looking for vengeance?
Yeah. He had. You mean they were with him because he wasn't with them? John Alite, obviously.
Okay.
Alite, O'Kane. They had this big fucking Irish kid who flipped. Rafferty, whatever the fuck his name was. something in Irish. He was a tough kid too. His dad was like a CBS exec. I don't know how he started. They were all now at
Really?
Beach.
Wow.
Yeah, Frankie Radici was another one. He looked like Fred
Frank Radici.
Flintstone or Barney Rubble. Barney Rubble.
That's
He's
pretty
still
funny.
in the world.
That's
Not
pretty
Jim
funny.
DC, but DC. They hung out. John Ruggiero, who was probably the nicest out of the bunch, he passed away. Really nice fucking guy, nice man. God rest his soul. And a lot more. He had a fucking he had a fucking crew.
Matt Wells, what's good, buddy? Anthony Agrillo. Frank, did you know a Rolando Rivera from Ridgewood? Yeah, it's my cousin.
Rolando Rivera. What do they have a nickname?
Reminds me of Carlito's Way. I heard
Rolando
you
Rivera.
used to run
Rolando
smack
Rivera.
with Rolando. Is it Rolando?
Rolando Rivera's
Yeah.
cousin, Rolando.
Rolando. You used to run smack with Ronaldo. Oh, Ronaldo or Rolando? I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
Can a mobster shelve himself due to age? I'm done, Bo. I'm finished. Can?
Who's that? Get him off the show himself due to age. Yeah.
Benny Blanco.
These days, yeah. These days they could fucking say, hey, look, man, I'm getting old and whatever. And people like, all right, bye. I don't know. If it's a guy that doesn't want to let you go because you make too much fucking money, he's just gonna say no because he wants to be a prick. But for most, I think it's I don't know. I don't know. The rules change. I haven't been on the streets in a long time. And even when I was at a rule I wasn't making the rules. I was following them.
Nicholas Bazzoni is asking if O'Kane is from Carroll Gardens. So I think he's from what? Ozone Park, right?
Yeah, he's from Woodhaven, Ozone Park.
Yeah.
Carroll no.
Yeah, no, that's way out there.
Yeah.
It's way out there for us Queens guys.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, Rob Jean, on that one.
So what are we? 153 people. Thank you. 46 minutes in. Appreciate it. I don't know who you're talking about. Corruption. His dad ran a CVS in Howard Beach and also was a bouncer. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Maybe he's talking about Ronaldo Rivera. No.
Rolando Rivera. Hello, this is Rolando Rivera, Univision anchorman.
Has Informants ever given a pass? I've never heard of such a thing, but have Informants ever been given a pass?
I'm not going to try to find out.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
What I feel, I was reading, believe it or not, you read my mind. I was reading the same one. I don't think so. No way. They didn't want to kill.
You don't think so?
President? No.
All right. Well, I don't want to make this into a JFK conspiracy show, but all right, fine.
No.
We'll see what's going to happen when the rest of those files come out, if there's anything in there. What else is going on in the mob genre? There's a new show coming out at the Sit Down with Jeff Nadeau. Is going to be with Frankie Joya Jr., which I find pretty interesting because Frankie Joya, I mean, aside from his lineage, right, he grew up in a mob life. His father, I think he grew up in Little Italy, if I'm not mistaken. But of course, he was around when all of that Lucchese mayhem was going on, late 80s, early 90s, all that stuff. And I'm definitely very interested in that era of history with all those guys. Very violent, very crazy, a lot of crazy shit.
Don't ask him about the chin.
Don't ask him about the chin. If you saw the trailer where you don't understand English, he doesn't want to talk about Vinny.
He got his phone number.
He doesn't want to talk about Vincent the Chin.
How's your uncle the Chin? What the fuck?
Yeah. But, yeah, so he didn't.
Hey,
listen, the guy did some scummy things. And I know I actually told Jeff, I was like, you weren't really nice to that guy in that upload. He's like, yeah, I know, but that's how he found me. So which is fine. I'm sure he took what he deserved. He did some scummy shit, especially after he cooperated, got out of prison. He continued to be pretty much a scumbag. But yeah, so he was around with all those guys. I'm very interested. I'd be remiss to say if I wasn't extra interested because there is a lot of downstream from the Roy DeMeo crew, funneling into that crew, and with the Gemini twins and Patty Testa. I'm very interested in that. So I'm very interested to hear about those guys from somebody who was around them. Those younger guys, the Polas, the Contis, the Gemini twins, the Patty Testas, all that stuff. I'm very interested in that. Al Diarco, all of that shit. I want to hear about that stuff. What do you think? You ever heard of Frankie Joya at all? Or you ever? I think he cooperated in like 94 or something like that.
I've heard of him.
Yeah.
Not much to say though. I mean, not much. I was in one, even when I was in the streets. I knew a lot of people that weren't. If they had nothing to do with me or wasn't around me, I really didn't know. I didn't apply myself. So that's why. But no. What I heard of him was that he was getting busy a lot out there. That's what I heard. But back to the production, man. You know what? Nadu must have put a lot of money in that production.
Well, it was a good trailer, right?
Huh?
Yeah, it was a good trailer.
Yeah, and look at it. A lot of money. You could tell there was a lot of money spent there. And good for him to do. He found the right guy, and something like that goes for a lot. You see, it's well done. The camera people, the cinematography there was pretty cool.
Yeah, good editing.
Good luck, man. Good luck. Pretty good.
Yeah, definitely interested to hear about that time period with all those guys. Hey, Roro, thank you. Watch Patty Testa, my Patty Testa video. If you guys are interested, watch that. I think it's a phenomenal video. It's got a lot of views. A family member told me it was all fake news. It's not. Here's a hint, guys. It's not. But he just likes to pretend to be a tough guy. So I told him to come on my show, and then he disappeared.
Bo says he flipped over 7 years. I go, no, he had bodies. I mean, how can he flip?
Well, he did. But I think that he had a drug charge. Then he admitted to all that. I'm not sure. I'm sure Jeff's going to cover it. Maybe watch Jeff's video on him. He'll cover. I think it's like a drug charge. But then there's like a story. I guess he thought that they were going to whack his dad or something. I don't know. It's a lot of things going on in that.
I got you. I don't know. I'm not judging.
But he probably knew what was coming anyway. So whatever.
There was the guy Frank Ganji. He wasn't even. They didn't even put fucking the foot on his throat, and he got a red light, and he went to the precinct, and he started talking about murders and shit like that, and the fucking cop was like, whoa, wait a minute, let me get a detective.
Yeah. I could have gotten him an Eddie Leno video with all. Yeah. I found the news camera footage of that murder scene with Eddie Leno. It's pretty bad.
You know who knew the monkey good? And Rob, if you get a picture of the monkey and send it our way, we would appreciate that.
Yeah.
Monkey Man's monkey, Stacy. That'd be awesome. Rob knew this fucking monkey.
Yeah, we want more pictures, Rob. We got an email from from Ronnie's camp, by the way. Frank, Tony Green lived a block over from me, and we played handball at the same park. Did you visit home in Long Island frequently? Franklin Square, Long Island? Visit his home?
No, never been there. There was a time in my life I used to see Tony every Tuesday. Another Tuesday guy, Wednesday maybe. And he was really nice. He was a really nice guy. He kind of like a character out of The Sopranos, like Tony Walnuts type.
I gotta have one. Yeah, hopefully you do. I don't know if the monkey's still alive. He might. Those things live to 100 years old.
Who, the monkey?
Yeah.
Hell no. Fucking he
Why
drank,
not?
smoked cigarettes.
Oh, okay.
He wasn't your typical fucking monkey.
Don't ask about the chin.
He disco danced. He did all that fucking stuff.
Oh, Rob said he's gone. Rob went to the funeral, so he would know.
He'd be 70, God. Of course. And God only knows what they gave that fucking. Probably snorted cocaine.
Hey, Rob, we got an email from Philo Cuomo's camp. They said, hey, listen, you said he only whacked 2 people. It was actually 3.
Yeah. He acted like a pure bitch in jail. Now he wants to talk about fucking 3 people. I didn't do anything. They're just lying.
Where is Bradbury, Rob? Bradbury, you fuck.
Oh, Brett Berry. Remember that motherfucker?
Yeah.
I think I know who it is by the voice, and I've told Smoke about that. I hope he told you who I thought it was. They got similar stories, and they sound alike.
Interesting. I was cool with Bradbury over on Loomis' show, and I don't know, things got a little weird that night when he was fucking interrogating me.
He's a jerk off.
He's a jerk off. He's
Bradbury.
lying. And it ended up that there was a mistake.
Yeah.
Let's see. Frank, who did Frankie Joya kill?
Wasn't he? Sure. I don't know. I thought he had a murder because.
No, I think he does, but I think when he flipped, I don't think it was over murders.
Oh, I got it. So he was looking at 7 years and then flipped and brought the murders.
Right. And then put everything else, and then put a bunch of shit on other people or whatever. Yeah, I think that's kind of the story.
That's how big cases started. At a fucking like the Giannini coup. Some kid was robbing a bank, and at the same time he had the fucking by himself. He had shooting a pregnant girl over his head. He never got charged with it, and he opened up a whole fucking can of worms. The first guy's got 13, and then from 13 went to 27. And he was looking at what he was looking at. Maybe it wasn't a big bank charge. You know what I mean by that? A bank charges are usually big, but it wasn't a state.
That was the Clemenza kid.
Yeah. And from that, and then there was another kid. They went to steal first with the girlfriend, and they grabbed a whole bunch. You know, one of those grab and runs.
Yeah.
Grabbed a whole bunch of fucking furs, and they grabbed the girl, and they were going to deport her, so he made a deal right there. So what the fuck? Well, he wasn't even in trouble. The girl was. I don't like deport her. I'll meet you over there. You know, we'll get you back.
Thank you, Ro. Yeah. Was the monkey Italian? Did the monkey become mayor? Yeah, he was Italian, all right.
No, they put no choice. Sure, those motherfuckers. You don't think they did that?
He had no choice.
It was scumbags in my neighborhood that pricked the fucking special needs kid. Fucking man told him he was made. He was walking around with a fucking cash.
Mickey Smith says he indicted Bo Wagner. Oh, is that right? Anthony Barada. Really? What murder was that? What murder? Which one was that? I'd like to know. There's so many in that time period.
Oh, what? Is that 2 words? Is that 2 words? Oh, what?
A what? Oh, Bo what?
Yeah, Bo what?
Bo what? Oh, yeah, Bo what? Yeah, Anthony Barata.
You see that motherfucker dancing in the beginning of the thing? Can you imagine? You put a guy fucking in jail in the handcuffs, fucking swallowing his spit, a guy that you were supposed to be friends with, and you're out there dancing with a bunch of fucking 25-year-olds like a buffoon.
I think we got to play that again. Give me a second, guys. Forgive me. I meant to load it into the StreamYard before we started here, but
well, that's some real gangster shit, Bo.
Whoa. That's not what I wanted to play. So let's listen to that again, guys. Let's get that going.
Let me get my glow sticks.
This fucking thing. All right. So let's see. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Here it is.
In case you missed it in case you Bo's missed it in the I'll get to your question in a second. A777. Let me get rid of this comment so it doesn't show up on the screen. 170 people. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Every week the channel continues to grow. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We really appreciate all of you, the lovers, the haters. Not too many haters. I'm just, just felt like I'd say that. So let's share the screen. And I'm going to present you guys with something phenomenal.
Is it on?
Yeah, just YouTube is like so annoying, dude. There we go. Okay.
Where's Latrell?
At the dance floor.
Where's Latrell?
At the dance floor.
Yeah, Bo. Where's Latrell?
At the dance floor.
Whistler trout.
Dance floor.
You know what I like the best? I like the hands with the cigar.
Did you see him? Did you see him people a cop a peep at that woman's ass?
Oh my God.
What?
Did you see him cop a peep at that woman's ass while she was dancing? He can't help himself. That's like when he told him to do the sucking.
Oh my God, Bo.
Yeah, Matt says, look how
You know,
much
one
taller
eye he was
everyone
looking
is.
at the girl that always goes, Sammy. All right,
Yeah, okay,
Maybe she
Sammy.
was. She got a little excited. Maybe later he could you like what I said? Did you like how I told her to? I just lost myself.
Guys, I got some fucking really funny Sammy shit.
Fucking
I mean,
Gremlin, Gremlin Travolta.
I got the other one I used to play on NYC Crime Spot of him drinking a Starbucks. Remember that one? You might not.
He wants people to take him seriously. Then he puts shit like that on.
True. But people are still gonna like him. People are still gonna watch him. What are you gonna do?
Oh, Sammy.
What are you gonna do, Bo? What are you gonna do, Bo?
He looks like a little waiter. Yeah, he looks like a dumb waiter. That's what he looks like. With a fucking.
Remember that guy, that country guy used to have them he was a ventriloquist. He used to bring the terrorist puppet and all that.
Oh yeah.
Comedy Channel.
Yeah, there's two guys that would do that.
Well, he looks like the puppet.
I think A777 asked a question up
David
there.
Price, what's up, my man?
I know this is going back to the 60s, but what's your opinion on why Thomas Eberle was killed? Power struggle within the family? I don't believe the government story that Gambino set him up over alone. His son was on the news recently. I didn't check it out, but I'm sure he's got an opinion on that. Do you know?
No.
Can't say I do.
No. I mean, does anybody out there know? We could help with that question.
The guy's 5 feet from the dirt. He's living his best life. Yeah.
5 feet from the dirt. I haven't heard that. That's a good term, bro.
Yep.
Jeez. Did you know him, Rob, back in the day? I know you were young, but I mean, his neighbor, his kids, whatever. Primo,
Brooklyn Ballbuster says you can't make that shit up. No, you can't.
No, you can't. You can't make
little Sammy. Okay, Sammy.
He loves the shock value, boy. All right.
I mean, listen, I don't know. I wish I had that video though with the Starbucks.
Yeah, of course.
With him licking the Starbucks.
What was that?
I'm gonna find it. Yeah, go look at some questions while I find this because I think it's gonna be
okay. Any questions out there? What he's looking for the Starbucks moment?
I think it's gonna be worth it.
Lickety frickety.
Lickety split.
Giovanni Grego's giving me shut. I don't got my glasses on. I'm not going.
Roxy South. You think Sammy can walk the streets in New York?
No,
probably not. Right?
No, I mean people keep thinking that these fucking guys are not gonna break your fucking hole. I don't, man. There's a lot of guys that were capable back when then. They're still on the street, and I don't know, man. You're not gonna get in front. You're not gonna go in front of somebody that's hanging out with a couple of guys and just think nothing's gonna happen to you. You're out your fucking mind.
Okay, I actually found it, ladies and gentlemen. So this is an edit that I put together a while back. I got a couple of Sammy edits. You guys, I might have to incorporate them. I was doing this thing where I was compiling every time he said, "Oh my God," on the show, and I was putting them into like one massive clip. So it was like, "Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God." And you're gonna get some of that in the clip that I'm about to put on here once I get it up over here. I think you guys are gonna like this one.
Oh my God, Bo.
Who's gonna clip Sammy? Yeah, no one's gonna clip Sammy. I think it's more of
That's a nice fucking slap in the head.
Probably paranoia.
Lady always fucking tumbles over. That'll happen.
He's had to have like snuck in here and there.
No? Fish, look, with Fish. I know guys that are out there that would love that opportunity. Love it. But I know the mob ain't what it used to be, but they'll take a crack at him, old or not.
I guess it depends. It depends where he goes, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Depends where he goes. I mean, he could go to Manhattan and
Yeah, I mean, listen. Even if he went to fucking like Bensonhurst, what's going to happen? The Chinese guy's going to high kick him in the face?
There's got to be the perfect storm. Got to be in a place where there's 2-3 guys. Like if one guy passes him and he might just like be like, oh fuck him, you know. But if a guy's with another guy and they don't want to hold that secret that they both seen him together because you know how fucking Italians are. You didn't do nothing, huh?
No, that's true. You're right. Well, you didn't do nothing yet. Right.
No, fucking. I don't think they'll kill him, but they're gonna do something. No, you don't have to be tough to rough him up, Scott. But it's personal. You know what I mean? It's not like I never put hands on an old person, and a woman for that matter. You know, I get it, but this is a different type of deal here.
Right. There's a story that Joya was testifying, and a Lucchese guy walked in the court to try to intimidate him, and he walked back in and gave more info. Jeez. What's the matter? You don't understand English? No.
Yeah, he came back. What? You're not supposed to scare me?
Supposed to scare me? You don't understand English. Bronx East South. Didn't Sammy son buy ecstasy in New York many times while living in Arizona with the drug ring? You know, I don't know. He might have had a connect in New York. I'm not sure. He did talk about having connects here, I guess, in the club scene. He mentioned a couple people. I think he mentioned what's his name? Who was the Limelight guy? Gation, right? Peter Gation.
Peter Gation, Limelight guy. Yeah.
Trying to find this, ladies and gentlemen. I fucking download this thing and it doesn't.
Well, I'm not saying I want somebody beat him, Sammy, but there's a lot of people out there that feel a certain way about him, and he knows he ain't dumb. He ain't gonna go there with his pants down for sure.
Yeah, and it's not like he's gonna.
He's not dumb by no means. He knows the street. He's got a PhD in street.
Yeah, even though he's dyslexic.
Didn't he kill an old man? Told him that he wanted to die with his shoes on.
Yeah, Johnny Keys.
It's the life, bro. In the life, age is just a number.
Basta from New Jersey. Basta from New Jersey.
He's dyslexic, bro.
All right. What else is going on? What's up, Tom? Tom Lavecchia. Sammy can hold his head high in the Starbucks in the tri-state area. Yeah, Sammy's a big Starbucks guy. Tom interviewed Sammy. Hootie would say the mob. Oh, that's a good topic. Hootie. What's up with that guy, Frank?
I didn't know him. I know people who knew he was around, but he was around like 10,000 other people were around. You know what I mean? Was he a significant part of the mob?
Right.
You know, either was I. You know, so yeah, he was around. I was around.
Okay.
That's where that is. Who would play Sammy in a movie?
Who would play Sammy? Oh, I had somebody good recently. I thought that I mentioned. I forgot who though.
Oh, Anthony Reggiano.
Anthony Reggiano.
Who would play him in a movie?
Who?
John Lovitz. I got John Lovitz playing Anthony Reggiano. Hey guys, my father.
John Lovitz. Imagine John.
John Lovitz is Anthony Reggiano.
John Lovitz is. You know what's funny? John Lovitz. What was that movie when? What was it? High School High.
What the fuck you talk? One of those B fucking films?
No, it was a 90s movie. It was all High School High, it was called.
Spongili over there.
You guys remember High School High? I think that was the John Lovitz one.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, he was in a really good Tales from the Crypt episode also, John Lovitz.
Johnny Greg was giving me Sicilian quotes.
Does Hootie still post anything? I have no idea. He shows up on podcasts here and there every once in a while. And the podcast he usually will show up on is one of these. And Tom, don't take offense to this. I'm not talking about you. I promise. This is not aimed at you whatsoever. But every once in a while, there's like a character that comes out and he's on some like business, real estate, hustlepreneur. Let's get that money. And he also happens to like to interview mob guys. So every week there's a new channel that comes out that's like that. Mindset, Grindset, and they like to interview mob people. So those are the channels where I see Hootie and some of these guys appear on. So if there's another real estate agent out there that's trying to hustle, trying to make some money, there's plenty of interview opportunities waiting for you. I'm not talking about you, Tom. I'm definitely not. I promise you that.
No. Tom is a friend.
I don't know, Farmer. You trying to piss me off? That name is banned from my channel. You can't comment that on my channel.
Rudy went to join the Blowfish again.
He does Stacks type, Stacks type show, stuff like that. And then, you know, the hustlepreneurs, you know, the hustle mindset. Look at this. These.
Okay, Ryan Grado says the mafia, for anybody interested in Puglia, which is a northern Italy, is very dangerous.
Oh, in the north?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's bring our commentator on that one.
I'm surprised Greg Scarpa Jr. hasn't been doing any interviews. I think I've seen. Yeah, I don't know. Somebody said, I don't know who it was. Somebody told me he wanted a lot of money for interviews.
Really?
So that could going back to me and Frank were talking on the phone before. We were talking about Frank Sivero. Obviously,
and how you say his name? Yeah, he grew up in Bushwick.
Or Severo. I don't know. I think he pronounces it Sivero because I follow him on Instagram. And obviously, Godfather, Goodfellas, Carbone, and whatever other 100 movies he was in. And I wondered, like, why he hasn't been poached by, like, some of the Mob 2 creators or even some of the interview people on YouTube. And the only thing I could come up with is that he probably asks for a lot of money to do interviews because he could probably be doing a lot of interviews. But he probably wants a couple of fazols.
Hey, Frankie Gumbo. That's what we used to do to him all the time. We used to see him. Hey, Frankie Gumbo. And he was like, hey, guys.
Well,
you can tell he's real annoyed.
You know, there's some cool pictures. Well, I don't know if they're cool, whatever. But there's a picture of him and Charles Carneglia over at the, I think it's at the Junkyard on Fountain Avenue. There's a picture of him with, I think, Pizzonia, Ronnie One Arm, and maybe one of the Carrazzo brothers. I don't know. There's one of those pictures running around out there of him. So, well, he was from your area, huh?
Yeah, he was affiliated with the, you know, his brothers and stuff with the associate. And I don't know to what extent with the Patsy Conti Cruise.
Okay.
Knickerbocker Avenue area. They moved to Shirley, Long Island. They used to come to gamble all the time at the Baccarat game that I worked.
The one that we spoke about on the channel?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
100% fact. Matter of fact, an old friend of mine used to bring them sometimes. Joe DeLeo. His nickname was the Duke. We called him the Duke.
So, and I guess this was after. I mean, he had already achieved some level of fame.
Yeah, he was in the movies in '72. He was in the Godfather.
Right.
Yeah. Finucci. Hey, Finucci, I say it to them. That means hey, Smelly, sit down.
Yeah, he's on Instagram. I follow him. He comes on the Frank Sivero here.
He talks Sicilian when he tells the broad to get back in the fucking car. I'm gonna remember in the club. The fuck? Where'd you buy the car? When the De Niro character tells him, where'd you buy the fucking car? And that Mink, he goes, come on, come here. He goes to the girl, get the fuck back in the car.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to find this thing here. All right, I think I got it. All right, I got it. But yeah, so about him, I mean, it would be cool to interview him, but I think he probably asked for a lot of money. That's why he doesn't do many of these. I know people have asked before about him, not here, but other places I've seen. And he is on Instagram, so give him a follow. He's always talking about Goodfellas. He's talking about Angelo Seppe. He says he knew him personally. That's who I was in Goodfellas, Angelo Seppe. So
Bo said Mike Jr. is a class act. I think he's talking about the DiLeonardo kid. Mikey has two beautiful kids. He did a real good job with them.
Hey, what do you guys think of this?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
What do you guys think
of
this?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
That's it. I'm losing it. What the fuck? I never get those fucking. Oh God damn.
You guys like that? Wow, people are laughing. Hold on, maybe I need to play that again.
You need to play that again, Bob.
Looks like he's pretty good at it.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
That's like, you know, that's where the OK Sammy girls are there. And he's like,
You saw that, right? You saw how much I enjoyed that drink, right? You saw that?
Thank you for buying it for me. It was delicious. Did you see it
you're
on my
so
face?
dirty, Sammy.
Damn, Sammy.
Holy shit. Holy shit. So what do we talk about tonight? We talked about the Tommy Reynolds interview. We talked about Jeff's new show coming out. In case you missed that one, Nadu, we did mention that. This Wednesday we got Ridgewood Boys coming out. Frank meeting all his friends, how it all came together. Bunch of characters, huh?
Yeah, we have fun.
This Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen, be on the lookout for that. That'll be a live premiere. It won't be a live like this. It'll be a live premiere with the chat. And I know a lot of people prefer those. A lot of people like those. So we're going to keep hitting you with those too. Did you have any business or friendships with any Lucchese guys?
No. Matter of fact, that all the families that they were the least in my neighborhood, or even around me. So no. There was one kid, Keith. He was a Lucchese guy, but he used to come around with Joe Kane or Vito, but not really.
Yeah, not too many in that area. Yeah, Ridgewood, Massworth, Middle Village, not really, right?
Oh, we had Colombos, we had Genovese.
Yeah.
They were the smaller groups. Obviously, the Gambinos and the Bananas were the most.
I can't. I'm trying to think. I don't know if I could think of any.
Well, the one club used to go to Long Island that they said the nephew, who was the guy from Goodfellas?
Who was in Long Island?
They had a club that the family did. Paulie's Paul, what's his name? Vario.
Well, Paul Vario?
They had a club in Long Island we used to go to. A nightclub.
Oh, he had a nightclub in Long Island, really?
Not the kids, the family.
Oh, the family. Yeah. I know they did relocate out there for sure. That's a definite. Anthony Tavernese knows about that, don't you? Yeah.
Sammy.
Where does the girl from Sammy's show live in apartment 3? Ah, come on.
Well, come on, bro.
Fucking guy.
Well, you got to stir him up tomorrow. He'll be like,
Yeah.
another thing.
Yeah, I've had Mikey Jr. on my channel a few times. We're supposed to be linking back up soon for more videos. He's a great person and friend. Oh, nice.
Check out Big Lou's.
Big Lou, yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff. Drop your link, Lou.
Yeah, you can drop your link, Lou.
You guys have a show, want to start one, or you want something promoted here, anything? I got you. Don't worry about it. We don't want we just want you to be here. And we need subscribers, I think. We're almost at 2,000.
Yeah, we're gonna hit 2,000 probably within a week or a few days.
Yeah.
I think within a few days.
Slowly but surely, I guess we'll get there.
I just fucking told you when we were gonna get there.
Oh, he did. Yes, he did.
Yeah, no, we'll be there in a few days. 2,000. We started we're October 20 something. So this is our what? We're going on our 4th month. Seems like longer, but
yeah. Any other questions?
Any other questions about what's coming up?
Yeah.
October 25th. There, Roro's got it. October 25th we started. There we go.
Oh, okay. That's pretty good stuff.
Yeah, Bensonhurst, Canarsie, of course, the Bronx, of course.
The Bronx.
Queens. Yeah, Queens too.
What's that?
Or at least some of those guys lived here. Well, yeah, I mean, 3 bosses lived in my neighborhood. Historically.
Yeah, like
Tony Bucks.
One time I think like 4 of them lived there.
Say it again.
I think 4 of them lived there.
Well, I know Tremonti, Tony Ducks had 2 different houses in Whitestone. Lucchese had his house, Lucchese himself in Whitestone. There was a bunch of other guys, though. There was definitely a bunch of other guys.
Primo goes, are you doing any more road trips to expose scumbags? I don't want to like pick spots, Primo. And but if I'm ever in that neck of the woods, he's fun. He's fun one. Shout out to Jared Ham. He's always good. Anytime he steps out of line, I just call Jared Ham and puts him back in his place. You know who we're talking about. Yeah, he just rubs me to. He promised somebody that he wasn't going to mention him no more. and he swore on everything. He goes, "It's February 13th, and I'll never speak about this guy again." Did it again. Did it. Can't help himself. He's just a fucking loser.
Any of the older guys like rap?
I think I'm in that age group. We liked growing up, the 80s rap. We were into that. Like fucking the Antonucci's loved the Beastie Boys.
Is that right?
Dave was just a Beastie Boy fucking. He played that shit all the fucking time as kids.
Out of all the families, which was the most treacherous in your opinion, Frank?
The Columbos.
Columbos. Yeah.
The
Why? Because of all the wars?
No, because no, they just didn't give a fuck. They were the guys with the tattoos, the first ones with the steroids, the first ones with everything. You know?
Tom, if you're still here, that interview's not out yet, is it? Because I was looking for the interview. What's his name that wrote the Columbo book? Fucking what's his name? The journalist. Daily News.
Oh, McShane?
Right.
Yeah, McShane. No, I was thinking about the Columbos in general. It seems like a lot of people start off with the Columbos.
This is a question for you, Frank. Completely off topic, but I always thought the relationship between Galante and Bonanno interesting. Do you think Bonanno really knew how Galante was moving what with the heroin and the murders involved?
Of course. Yeah, and he I just felt that after a while he couldn't control him. So if you can't lick him, join him. Like, I know what you're doing, but please keep it quiet. Just give me money. That kind of deal.
South. Were the payphones bugged?
Yeah, of course. There was
Do you
certain.
remember them being bugged? He's asking.
There was the one I know that was bugged was the one I don't know. I see it after in the shows. So in the Pizza Connection case, there was this pizza place, Al Dente, on Queens Boulevard, and it was run by Mimo, who was like family to me, and that phone right there was bugged. You see it in the documentaries when Alfano picks up the phone and calls Gaetano Badalamenti in Spain. And that's how he was talking in dialect, Sicilian, and that's how they figured out where Badalamenti was, and they nabbed him from that.
I think with the rap, I guess he might have been talking about like the older guys that were older when you were younger.
What do you once you hit 60s, there was no guys that to rap Italian guys, you know what I mean? They went into that. You know what they went into? They went to the old disco, and then my generation got into the club music, but the old disco, Donna Summers, the old Fly Robin Fly with the Cadillacs and their feet right out the fucking window, doing the 86th Street cruise. They went into that shit, the 60 and above.
Sure.
And that, hey, Matt, thank you, Matt. I appreciate it. Was that New Theory? Oh, yeah, New Theory. Thank you.
Lou says, highly appreciated, fellas. By far, this is my favorite YouTube channel. Keep them coming. Thank you so much, Lou. Appreciate you, man.
And the Puerto Ricans, they listened to that too. I remember in Knickerbocker Avenue, they used to have the block parties, and they used to have the salsa, and they used to dance, and they used to go on forever. There was Hector Lebow playing. There was a whole lot of
yeah.
Oh yeah. Good
man.
stuff, man.
Basta, $50. Thank you, Tom. Much appreciated. Tom Levesque.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you for the donation.
Thank you, Tom. Matt matches with a 50. Thank you, Matt.
Matt say, hey, Wafanabo here. Do you want to do this?
Thank you so much. I love Hector Lavoe so much.
Yeah. No, the music scene in New York is incredible. Growing up, it's probably still, but it was just a special place to be. Between the smell of fucking burnt buildings and fucking salsa music, it was great.
I would love. I mean, I don't know if it's good for here.
It was. Hey, look,
like being a half Rican, obviously, but him, and especially like all his album covers. I made a short on my channel. They were playing into all the gangster. All his album covers are all gangster shit.
Mark Anthony plays him in a movie.
Yeah, him and J-Lo. Yeah,
they did a good job. That movie was really, really good.
Yeah,
if you like that kind of stuff. Yeah. But we used to go to the Dominican. My brother, he lived in Dominican fucking clubs. There was one on Irving and DeKalb, Palomino, and he used to be there all the fucking
You
time.
watch it though. Hector Lavoe's Puerto Rican, by the way.
No, I know.
All right, let's make it sure.
You know what's really soothing? That bachata music. I know a lot of people don't like it. I love it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. I mostly like salsa. But,
I just got a rat question.
a rat question?
Yeah, what's your favorite cheese?
Oh, is that right?
Gatto
Yeah.
formaggio.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, I'll answer what the fuck. My favorite cheese, probably cheddar.
Cheddar cheese. Wow.
Yeah, I'm going to.
I like. I think it's supposed to be pronounced Gouda, but I refuse to say
Gouda.
that. But Gouda cheese is
Yeah.
probably my favorite. Like anything over 2 years, I appreciate that. A nice aged Gouda.
El cantante de los cantantes, singers of
Yep.
all singers. Yeah, that's right. He was great.
Frank, were you into graffiti as a New York kid?
No. Didn't I liked it. I just don't have I got no talent. I'm not talented in that aspect.
There was a lot of writers that came out of your area of Queens that made a lot of noise in the 90s, but they're probably, if I had to take a guess, probably 5-6 years younger than you. One of them ended up on the front page of the news, which we've spoken about before, who was from your area. Dessa, $1 Million Vandal, Dessa, MTA.
Frank, how was the relationship between the Castellamare and Corleone families? How was their relationship? Depending whose side they were on. The Corleones did some damage to Castellamare as well. A lot of damage, actually. The younger guard was taking care of the older guard. It was a bad time in my town.
Rock Solid said, I'm glad Frank made it out of the life. Too many young men didn't. God bless Frank. Rock Solid. Thank you.
Thank you, Roxanne. That means a lot. Thank you.
Thank you, Rock Solid. Rock Solid, are you in Italy? Did you say that last time? Roro G says, I need some of you beautiful people to hit the like. Please do that. Please hit the like.
Roro in her that's one pretty lady right there.
For sure. The great, beautiful.
That's like Sammy. Roro. Sammy.
What did you say?
I sound like Sammy.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Bro, I can't eat now. What the fuck was that? What the fuck, man? Jesus Christ.
When are we getting a Mike, Dave, and Kevin Antonucci 52 pickup? 52 topics? 52 pickup?
Have a good week, Primo. Love you. Thank you.
Primo.
What happened?
Mike, Dave, and Kevin Antonucci 52.
We will. Well, I'll mention them. I don't know if they're gonna get their own show though. But we'll mention them for sure. they were just fucking crazy, funny guys, man.
This probably sounds naive, but if you're a street criminal, can you ever talk about cheese without meaning rat? I think I lost 10 pounds when I realized there were criminals around me.
Okay. I don't know. Yeah, that's funny. These days, it's like fucking what cheese you like. You're like, you too, motherfucker.
He said he was born in Little Italy in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, but I have roots in South Calabria and Sicily. Oh, okay. That's what it was. Okay, cool. Cool. Very cool. Thanks for showing up to all the lives too, Rock Solid. Really appreciate it. You are a rock solid guy. Bronxy Southie, can a maid guy be shelved for putting pineapple on pizza? Yeah, I believe so, Frank. But let me know what you think.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Giovanni Greco says Corleone è un gran paese della mafia. And says, yeah, that's whoever Greco is. I could tell by just the way he wrote that he might be Calabrese.
Proletarian Assassin. It's 2:30 a.m. here in Stockholm. I got to sleep. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Isn't that crazy, man? All the people from
that's
overseas.
awesome. Yeah, we got people in Sweden checking us out. Thank you.
Corruption Connection says, I'm hearing Eric Adams' corruption charges have been dismissed. Can anyone confirm? Is that true? Is that true? Well, let's see. Corruption, boy. Let's see. Justice
Pastor
Department
Bradley.
to drop federal corruption case against Eric Adams. There it is. There it is. The fake news, CNN, said it was true.
Where's Pastor Bradley?
I don't know where Pastor Brad. That might have been a one-hitter quitter. He's done.
Can we have some clip? That guy was awesome.
I can clip that up like I have the Sammy clip. That's going to be in the rotation.
That needs
now.
a short by itself.
We're not going to get rid of that.
Huh?
We're not going to get rid of the Sammy. That clip is a part of the show now. I got to clip up something from Pastor Bradley.
He just came in and Bozak the whole fucking
Oh, Tom was on that one too, right? He was like, "What the fuck? Why'd I come on this show?"
Yeah, Tom was like, "Fuck this." It was another Basta moment.
Now I have to go to sleep with that Sammy clip in my mind.
I know,
I'm
man.
sorry.
What the?
I'm
Yeah, I don't.
sorry. You'll never have a Starbucks again. If you have Starbucks over there, I have no idea.
The fucking company's gonna sue us after that one.
Adams get off. Meanwhile, yeah, I guess he's getting off. Jeez, I mean, I don't know. I got to look into it after I get off here. I got to unpack that when I get off here and see what the deal is with that.
Talk about unpacking, my man. You want to come up? Come up. We unpacked the show with Tom.
Yeah. Anybody, if anybody wants to hop on,
Yeah, anybody wants to hop in.
Because we covered, we kind of do that. I think we've been doing that like every Monday. We kind of cover everything we cover, and then towards the end, once again, if you're just joining us, we spoke about the Tommy Reynolds interview that was on Chad Marks, Blood on the Razor Wire TV. Check out that interview, please. It's well worth it. We touched on Nadu with Frankie Joya.
Yeah, can't wait for that.
We got Ridgewood boys coming up, and we got a bunch of other things coming on. Are you surprised the Democrats get away with Barzilette? There he is, the hometown hero. Adams rumors so far. Fuck that.
That's a good question. It's gonna be one of them where the segment's gonna be based on Ridgewood. If you could put that down.
So the Ridgewood boys segment with that all
It'll
being
be
one segment.
It'll be one to be introduced to the kids I grew up with and good things we were doing, what the neighborhood was like before that, and then how everything just got more complicated. But
well, this will be like the intro, right? Which is a lot of what we do.
Let's put it this way: if it was done in a show, one of those not a documentary, but like a Sopranos type of show, weekly type of show, this would be the beginning.
Right. A lot of what we do is like primers for what's going to come later. 152 people. Thank you for hanging out tonight. Thank you. I think we had about 170 at one point. Thank you.
We had how many we got now?
152.
Oh, pretty cool. Thank you guys. Thank you
guys.
A lot of the loyal ones always here. I see a lot of you guys here, and the ones that are not I'm not saying nobody's loyal, but a lot of you guys do come back, and thank you for that. The Gusta, Frank, did you ever work construction? Which trades, if so? Yeah. I worked construction. I worked not now when I was on the street. This is after my new life. I didn't get lucky. I got screwed by my family, so I had to go to work just like anybody else. I think a lot of people in my family use me flipper as an excuse to fuck me for my inheritance because they're going to do it anyway. So that's the way they went about it. I got a brother who knocked up a Polish hooker, so yes, at 60 years old. So go figure. He needed my money more than I do. So good luck with that. Anyhow, but yeah. So back to I worked construction. I worked on an oyster boat. I worked on a crab boat. Landscaping. I worked. Either that or I fucking didn't eat.
Right.
I bounced. Now I manage a club, and I still work. And I'm going to be working probably till I die. Poor me, big fucking deal though. I enjoy life. I like where I'm at today. I have a beautiful family here. I have a beautiful family back east. I'm good.
Yeah. Mickey Smith, best show on YouTube. Thank you, Mickey. Matt says, honestly, my favorite channel. Bernstein just updated. Pastor Bradley is moving up. Pastor Bradley, we want to give a salute to the OG of OGs stepping up. Pastor Bradley out of Scotland. He's moving into the consigliere position.
Fuck's on me. You seen him? He got mad.
We'll stay on for like 10 or 15 more minutes. We got like 15 more minutes or so, 20 minutes maybe. Who the hell knows? Maybe till 9. I'll put the link. If anybody wanted to say hi or whatever, we'll fuck around for a little bit. There's the link. Bouncer, how tall are you, Frank? You look 5'2" on YouTube. That's not nice. What are you giving him? The Sammy numbers? Come on, guy.
Well, I'm not. I look bigger on fatter. I'm about 5'9" and I'm about 220, 225.
Sammy.
I'm running back size.
He's giving you the Sammy numbers. Why is he doing that?
John C.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Damn.
Sorry, guys.
And when I say bounce, I didn't do it because I wanted to feel tough. I did it because I did it because I needed money.
Frank, do you ever do bank robberies or know some cool stories about others?
We'll get into that.
All right, we got somebody here.
Which bank robbers I didn't know?
Yeah. Well, I found it interesting that when they do the indictment, I know we will get into it one day. When that indictment came down with all those bank robberies, you said that you and Vito were like, "What the fuck? Did you even know about these things?"
Well, because I was listen, whatever Paul wanted to do, I do. I was definitely that guy. I mean, it wasn't like, and he did for me, but while that was going on, I was on the lam in California for about a year, and I came back, everything in the neighborhood was being robbed. Pet stores, they were robbing pet stores, pet food, ice cream trucks, bakery truck, everything.
Let's see if we can get a couple of people to come on. I got hey, here's somebody.
Hey, I know this
Creative
guy.
Creep. You could strike a match off of my vagina. You love your cringe.
Hey, Bo. Hey, Bo.
Get the fuck. Hold on.
Bo, what's going on here, Bo?
Hold on. Creative Creep with the crazy comment. This is Donna, MIC Crime Spot legend, legendary follower over there. You could strike a match off my vagina. You love your. I do love the cringe. How about this, Donna?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
I shouldn't be talking like that. Sorry. What's up, Anthony Tavernese?
Is that the sound that Sammy was making when something was being buried in him from behind? I'm just asking. I mean, Jesus, it's hard to watch.
Oh my God.
Bo, please, I'm begging you. No more. I can't take it, Bo. Bo, none of the rings.
I can picture a war's about to start. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Listen to this. You were talking. So today they caught FEMA giving $49 million to the hotels in New York City. FEMA, who by rights is supposed to take care of the American people when they, I don't know, maybe experienced a hurricane a few months ago, or maybe having their homes burnt out now. Okay. There's no money in FEMA because they're giving it to all the high-end hotels. So the illegals could sit in their nice room and relax and be fed, while people in North and South Carolina and in California have to watch everything they've slaved for years go up in flames or be taken away by water. So I don't know how you people think about that, but there's really only one way to think about it. And I'm speaking from a place of experience. I lost everything I owned was flooded away in Sandy. Everything but 2 bags of my daughter's baby clothes. So I know what it's like to deal with FEMA. I know how it's just, they just put you in a circle and you just continuously go around filling out paperwork that it's terrible. And now you come to find out the money that they don't have is being spent on people that don't pay taxes, are laughing at us in this country. And most of them staying at hotels 90% of us on here are never going to stay at.
Yeah.
All
I
right,
know.
I'm done.
No, I know. I didn't look into that. I wouldn't be surprised though. But
Oh no, it's true. That's not fake.
yeah.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah.
It is.
No,
I
I
mean,
know.
think about the people in the Carolinas. It's been how long, right? This
Yeah.
shit's tore up. It's terrible.
Yeah.
How about the Kendrick Lamar halftime show?
Kendrick Lamar. I'm not when he came out.
What's that mean? He took a dig at Drake. What kind of dig? He called him
Well,
a
he's got a
pedo?
song where he talks shit. I wasn't. I thought
didn't know he
Kendrick was
was.
cool when he came out. Fucking shit, 10 or more years ago. I don't know whenever he came out. A long time ago. I remember. I've grown not to like him. I don't like the way he rap. I feel like he's like swallowing something, or he's got a fucking. He raps like half of his face is drooping or something when he raps. Like sounds like good old JR from WWE. The Undertaker. Here's the Undertaker.
I was watching
So I
the
kinda
girls
don't
that knew
like
every
it.
word to the fucking to his songs, and then they go pedo. I was like, what the fuck did you say?
Come on, how about sure? Good old JR here. The Undertaker's coming out of ring. You know that palsy thing. And I'm not making fun of
yeah.
I'm not making fun of Bell's palsy, but that's what good old JR had. You know, Lee
I'm
Coleman.
I had a friend of mine who had Bell's palsy, and sometimes it freeze. I go and I used to tell him to do Stallone for me. He used to do it anyway.
Yeah.
You're an asshole. I go, come on, do it once. I go, "Ooh,"
That's crazy though. The palsy thing. You could just wake up, or one day it's like your face is like full.
Well, I woke up today. I just started talking like this. I don't know.
You're like
Could
when
happen.
the funeral when Mickey died. I love Mickey.
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure JR had palsy.
All right. I just want to make a claimer right now.
Sure.
In no way, shape, or form would I ever think any form of a medical disability or anything is funny. So please, this is for entertainment purposes, and I promise you, we're not poking fun at anybody.
Yeah, they
race,
give
color.
us bullshit for that.
Yeah. And listen, the comment I made before, I'm a product of the New York City housing system. I grew up in there for 5 years. Nothing wrong with New York City housing. If you like rats and roaches, I mean,
Pasta Patali, please do. That'd be great.
Yeah, if you got some, send them over. And
got
I'm
any
sorry,
special
Proletariat. I won't play that Sammy clip again. I'm giving people nightmares over here.
My favorite is the kid with special needs. I love that kid that raps. I turned Guy Smoke on to that one song.
Oh yeah, he was doing the Young Thug song.
Yeah.
There's a rapper named I heard of Conway. Yeah, severe.
Is there words to that song? Can we transcribe that?
It's actually so. I thought, oh, look at this kid. He's trying at least, right? So I listened to the real song, and he hits it on the nail. It sounds
It's pretty much the same. Yeah, it's pretty much the same. Yeah.
Bro, you want to hear something hysterical? I mean, I don't know if you guys are Motley Crue fans or if you saw what Motley Crue has turned into. Vince Neil's just a big fat. Well, this guy goes and he translates what he thinks he hears, like Vince Neil singing in these songs. They're all over YouTube. I mean, just go in there and put translate Vince Neil singing live. It's hysterical. Oh my God.
Senior citizen Italian women in Greenpoint playing bingo.
The other day, I'm like, I've been listening to this for like a half hour. It's crazy.
Look like a
Did you ever hear, Frank?
What?
Crazy. Did you ever hear that? It's hysterical.
No, but they look like the mob wives.
Oh, no, please. They look like the mob wives 20 years from now. It's terrible. But I mean, you hear Vince Neil, what it sounds like he's singing, it's hysterical. I mean, the fucking guy's just a bloated mess. And they're still getting big money, right?
Yeah, of course. Man. You know, fucking royalties and crap like that. They were no small band. They were huge.
Well, there's still people that, they're very
over
nostalgic and they definitely want to see them regardless of, the shape that they're in or whatever.
Yeah, I love when people are like Allen Iverson is broke. Mike Tyson's broke.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're broke compared to what they had. But these guys
Yeah.
could go to a show on a Saturday night and make $5,000 in about 4 hours signing fucking autographs.
Right.
I mean, that's not broke. You know what I mean? It might be what they
Yeah.
had.
I think the marijuana saved Mike, didn't it?
Yeah, they both are making money again these days, you know.
And what's his face too? I think Michael and him are partners.
Michael
He's
who?
I think Michael. He's always on Michael Francie's show.
Michael Franchi and yeah, I didn't know him as Michael. Did you know Michael?
And yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. I guess we call Sammy. Why can't we call Michael? You know?
Yeah.
Danny Green, good cities. What's going on?
Danny Green, what's going on? We were talking about bombs earlier.
Man,
Where were you? Where were you?
Frank, will Hoffa ever
You
be
know what
found?
happened?
No. If Hoffa ain't
Ask Bernstein. He might know about that.
he's probably the size of an ashtray.
He might get a tingle. He might get a tingle over that.
When Sonny was still alive, right?
Huh?
I said when
was that?
Sonny was still alive. Michael's in the car doing a video and he's talking to Sonny, right? But what Michael doesn't realize is he's giving the phone number up. It's right on his stereo. You know? You can see
is that right?
where he's calling. Yeah. So I emailed him. Or I don't know what I did to him, but he replied fast. I said, Michael, you got to move your phone. And people are seeing that phone number. And you know people, they'll just call there. Okay, speak to Sonny. Sonny,
Yes. Apparently, he was in not a great nursing home in Queens, and it's funny. Well, it's not funny when they did that Newsday story when he's driving. They're actually driving not far from me down on like Flushing Northern Boulevard area when I was watching that news. So somewhere, probably not far from me, where he was his nursing home, and I heard that it was not the best place, I guess, in the world. Yeah.
Well, how much? How much money does he? Could he still have? I don't know where. What are we doing? Is that a box of meat, Chief? I'm sure those boxes of meat it ran out long times ago, right?
Yeah. I don't know how much money a guy like that could have. Maybe his son was trying to take care of him because Michael's probably loaded right now. Do you ever see the famous picture of Danny Green's arm on the ground after he got blown up? No, actually, I have not. I have not seen that photo.
I like dude, but the problem I have with him is that
I'll tell you what, Michael.
Right? He doesn't think he ratted. That's the problem I got.
Under says Michael is a cold-hearted guy.
I'll tell you what. He looks like he's making good money with the wine and the pizza and whatever. What's he get to go out and do a speech?
I'm sure he gets a lot. Because people you got to step out of the mob genre for a second. Like people like to talk shit, but there's a bunch of people out there that they don't care about this shit. They go to the church or they're at some event and they hear a former mob boss is coming with a redemption story. That's all they care about. They don't care if he might have informed and that's really a lot of Michael's audience. That's why he does a lot of politics, a lot of culture. He interviews a lot of different people because, and he's done a good job, good production, everything behind it. Because most of the people that listen to Michael, they don't care about that stuff. It's only I don't know who cares. Even I don't care. Who gives a fuck? I don't care. Even if he didn't put anyone in prison, which I'm sure he did, he testified anyway. He testified with the gas scam. He testified with the boxing stuff. He went in front of the Congress and fucking spilled the guts on the history of the gas scam, how it was hashed, who was involved, blah blah blah. Yeah. And Gas Pipe was over there doing the same thing. I wonder if they passed each other. Probably not.
I think Gas Pipe had it first. Is Roro still out there?
It was the same one. Well, the Russian one is the same one. It was 1996 was the Russian one, but it might have been at the same time.
I think it was. Ro, get your paintbrush out.
Bronxy South asked a good question.
I want to get through the question. I'm sorry.
It's the youngest. Who he asked? Oh, there it goes. Frank, who's the youngest mobster you ever heard of? Is there an age limit to be around? In my time, there was a couple. There was my cousins, Anthony and Phil, got made by Joe Messina. They were money guys. Joe Grimaldi came out after that, 24, 25, 26. My time. This is my time. There's the kid, the Ronnie One Arms kid. And
oh yeah,
he got made as well, Alphonse, at a very young age. And the story behind that was that there was one of the Gotti kids, and this is coming from Howie. I'm not taking away from Howie. He was a friend of mine. And he had said that the younger Gotti kid was riding up on the kid all the time, the Alphonse kid, and he started to make money, and they put a fucking they stopped that shit altogether by making the kid so he couldn't do that no more. And so he kind of like, now he was like, fuck off, you know, because he had his button. And that happens a lot. Once guys get their button, they're pretty much off limits.
Yeah, it's just said that I think Belomo got made really fucking young, I think.
Yeah, he's another one. He's another one that I heard, but it was that was before me. But yeah, he got made young. So I don't know how old he is, but it had to be around 77, 76. Am I correct?
I believe in the late 70s, yeah.
Now, in the old country, I know guys that got made at 18, 19, 20. You know, rare, but it happens. It happens a lot.
Yeah. Somebody asked if Michael. Yeah, that's another one. I don't really go down that road because I don't really like. I'm not a religious person, but I really don't like going down the path of like saying who's religious, who's fake. And I mean, it's obvious that there is some. If you ever guys want to watch a really good YouTube channel, it's called The Messed Up Church. It's like this older couple, and they just talk about all these like fake fraud church organizations, and they run it down. It's pretty interesting. As far as Michael, I don't know. I like to think he's legit. I don't think
I find him to be honest.
I think he's probably believes what he believes in. I mean, and I know people have a problem with that because he does. What does he do? He goes around and talks in the church, and I'm sure they pay him for his redemption. For his redemption story or whatever. Sonny was made really young. Yeah, who made Sonny? Does anyone know?
Had to be the Profaci family, right, at the time?
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, fucking. Yeah, I seen him older, and I kind of felt bad for him because he was in all that. And a certain, I'm not going to get into it, this content creator made a comment about him, and his faculties weren't there. His mental capacity was in all there. And
yeah.
He made something to comment that he was right as well. That's a fucking scumbag statement, if you ask me.
Right. That's yeah. And another content. Yeah.
Let's just get out of there.
I thought that was pretty dumb too. I'm pretty sure everybody knows who we're talking about here. But that's like, come on.
Maybe when he loses his head and licks doorknobs.
It's what about a fucking 90-something-year-old guy who is a shell of himself and barely even looks like who he is.
Yeah.
And you're attacking like him. And that's why I don't watch that channel, because it's just one fat fucking ball of negativity. It's like the shit that I don't need in my life. Anger, and it's crazy. People get off on that shit. Anthony, are you here? I guess I'm gonna kick you because I think you keep freezing.
Yeah, I'm actually.
Oh,
yeah, I'm gonna jump off anyway, but
oh, okay. I thought you kept freezing.
Let you guys do your thing. Frank, always a pleasure, buddy.
Love you, man.
Have an easy boy. We'll see you soon, sir, man.
Maybe I'll see you late night, Frank.
He's a stern guy. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, is there a late night one tonight? We'll see about that. Huh?
You never know.
We'll see.
You know, that fucking guy don't even show up around here. I'm gonna fucking.
Yeah, I know. He don't show up around. He wakes up at fucking 1 o'clock in the morning. Hey, where's everybody?
You don't even fucking show up. The nerve of this guy.
Gets everybody together, gets tucked into bed, puts the link down, automatic pilot, goes back to bed for 2 hours.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to shit him. I just wish he would like come in and say hi.
And I'm joking. Yeah.
I know. We gotta break balls.
Nothing by
all right, Tabanese boy. We'll see you soon.
I'm a stern man. Just remember that. Roll. Good night, babe. Bring me from the kitchen when you come in. All right.
All
Thanks.
right, all right. Now
Bye-bye.
you're really gone.
All right.
All right, buddy. I'll see you soon.
Buenas noches.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
you got anybody
Danny
else?
Green, best show in the genre. Thank you. We got 145 people. I think we had about a
Thank you,
170
Danny.
at one point. We really appreciate everybody. We really appreciate
we
everybody.
really do. Thank you, guys. You
Every
make it-
once in a while, we'll bring somebody on. We'll see if anybody wants. Brett, well said. Religion. There used to be certain subjects about 5 considered impolite to discuss. Now people think they don't sound like idiots when they venture. Yeah, like even on NYC Crime Spot, I never got into politics. I don't talk about religion. Like there's no need. It doesn't add anything to my show. I don't think it would add anything really to this show. Talking about that stuff. So I just try to stay neutral. I also don't like talking I don't really like enjoy talking shit about people that much. We make jokes or whatever, but it's like I don't know. Except for Sammy, he's open target.
Right.
Omar, I've rewatched Bonanno, A Godfather Story. Frank, do you think your uncle should have stayed on Bonanno's side?
No, my uncle, no, we were on the right side. He probably would have been dead. My uncle's side won. And the Bonannos got kicked to Arizona, so no, not at all. Not at all.
Sven Larson, thanks for hanging out. He says it's 3 a.m. in his side of the world. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. Tony Peace's father made Sonny. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that deal.
Oh,
He gave him a piece of bacon.
He baked it off his knee.
Bronx Southie with another one. After Joe Pistone, were there any rules for not allowing mobsters who were adopted as a kid to check their background? That's interesting.
Well, I adopted as a kid. No, but you know what? You don't. If he was good enough to be proposed, obviously they didn't know where that was coming from,
right?
And you don't want to make those accusations sometimes because they're not. If he has good pedigree growing up, didn't matter if he was adopted. What are you gonna do? You want to sniff his mother's fucking? You know what? No.
Right.
Yeah, I mean that's a good example of that is fucking Salvatale. Salvatale, Joe brings him up and they kind of figured he's around fucking Rastelli. This guy's good.
Yeah.
And Sal's family is from Sicily. He's the youngest. He's the youngest out, I think, like 4 sisters, and they were born on the other side. I think he was born here. His sisters were, except Joe's wife. I think she was born here. I'm not sure. And so he had the Sicilian upbringing. You know what I mean?
Sonny Francisco became made in 50. He says, "Oh, Buster Alloy made him." That's probably good. Good.
Buster Alloy, yeah.
If anybody wants to see Salvatale, there he is, policeman Sal.
What? Looks like his son.
The policeman himself.
Yeah, he looks like his son. Looks like him. He's an older son of his.
Oh, sorry guys, I forgot how to get rid of this. Now you suck with Sal.
So yeah, like Roro says, the monkey was a made guy, needs to be on merch like yesterday. Just a thought. Yes, the monkey needs to be. Monkey's part of the show. Stacy is. We need a shirt with the monkey.
Oh, should we do a monkey shirt?
Of course.
Okay. Maybe we can do like we could do like a drawing or like we do something. How does someone from Brooklyn in the 70s hear Joe Pistone's accent and not feel? That's funny, Under, because I listened to those things, and I guess it's hard to say looking on the outside. Monday quarterback, over here. But when you hear those tapes, he doesn't sound like he sounds like a little. I don't know, like. Is it what do you mean?
Like refrigerator
huh?
He sounds like a refrigerator repairman. I did fix the refrigerator, Sonny.
Yeah.
I talked to that guy,
Yeah.
Like, yeah, this is
I want that shirt.
Yeah. That's probably we gotta get out. We're doing shirts. We are. We need that one for sure. That's a great idea. A very good idea, actually. Yeah, you hear when he's talking to Lefty and Lefty's telling him how badass he is so he could get money off him?
No, I don't remember that one.
He does a lot of him. Like he said him and Caesar got into a little snippy shit.
Did Sal have a son named Anthony who was a DJ?
I don't know if he was a DJ, but yes, he did. And he had another one named Joe.
Ooh, interesting. Interesting. Big, small. Pastor Bradley shirt? Yeah, yeah. What are we going to write on it? Harder, harder.
Give him a kilt. A kilt and a cigar.
You definitely don't have an accent, even from North Jersey.
What was that? The Glasgow Smile?
Big Small says I knew him.
Oh, Big Small says who? He knew who?
I guess Anthony Vitale.
Anthony, okay, yeah. I know
Did he look like this? Did he look
no,
like this?
Joe looked like that.
Oh, Joe looked like that. Okay.
I never met Anthony. I knew he had a son, Anthony. Joe I met a couple of times. He got I don't want to get into that. Weird.
What does the accent matter? Whose accent are you guys talking about? Who had an accent? What are you guys talking about?
Who?
I don't know. Somebody's talking about somebody had an accent.
Where?
North Jersey or something. I missed it.
It wasn't the chimp. He didn't talk much. He took the fifth all the time.
He was intoxicated.
Motherfucker. You
was
actually
intoxicated.
might be alive.
Whereas George St. Pierre would say, intoxicated. He was intoxicated. Are you intoxicated?
You sound
he might be alive. What Rob Jean said, he said, Frank, why did Gaspac never get out of prison while cooperating?
Because they catch him lying all the fucking time.
But somebody said, who the fuck said that recently? Something
he got
about
kicked out of a lot of the units for sabotaging the equipment, starting trouble and stuff. Rip it, if he didn't get his way to rip the fucking cords off the TVs.
Oh, they're talking about Pistone's accent. Okay.
Oh, Pistone's accent? Nah, yeah.
No, yeah, I don't know what that was all
Hey,
about.
look, at the end of the day, he did what he did. You know what I mean? He was there for a minute.
Don't know where he is, Danny. Can't say I do know. Can't say I know. I'm sure he'll be on later. Yeah, they broke his agreement. What was that woman was saying? He broke his agreement. Can't say I feel bad.
Yeah.
Can't say I feel bad. And of all the diabolical humans that have lived in this world,
you got
they mean Pistone. Hey, Vinny Boombots made an appearance. There he goes. What's
Mr.
up?
Vigets.
Mr. Boombatzi. Mr. Boombastic.
Somebody just texted me, said yes. That was the kid growing up, his daughter in that movie, the Once Upon a Time in Queens. Kind of looks like him. Good little actress. Good for her.
Did you know Frankie Joya on the street?
No.
Yeah. He got I don't know how to say it because I don't think he's much older than you, Frank. He might only be like 2 or 3 years older than you, but he progressed, I guess, differently. And probably even, I know your friends were violent, but I think he was around some really fucking bad people.
My friend, okay, yeah, all right, but not, yes, that's not
me. No, I'm talking about next level, like fucking demons.
Yeah, no, these guys were doing, you got to remember, by the time we're 25, 26, most of my friends are off the streets, 28. So these guys were doing it in their 40s, okay? So do you imagine if, we don't get picked up and we go on to live to our 40s? What the fuck are we capable of?
Right. Yeah. Some of those guys that are like in their 60s now who were really fucking around back then, like I was mentioning earlier, those like Conti, Zappola, and all those guys.
Yeah, they were a tough group, a real. They don't talk about them. I think when they affiliate like farm teams, that term, they go with the 90s term because a lot of because
farm teams. That's like a PC term or something.
Yeah. But those things been going on forever. The fucking the Jewish guy out of Brownsville, Murder Incorporated was a farm team.
Yeah.
The most dangerous out of all, arguably, no.
They killed a lot of people. Yeah, I mean,
You could say that
But it's just weird though.
farm
I don't
team.
know. I guess they're farm, but at the same time, it's like, would you call Lepke, Buchalter a farm team guy? I mean,
How old was he?
When he got executed or when he was doing his thing, I don't know.
When they started,
40s maybe, 30s, 40s maybe. I'm not sure.
When he got taken off the streets.
Yeah, let me see him. I'll let you know.
The Bannon crew in Chicago. They started out as a farm team.
1944. So he's 44. Oh, so he was in his late 40s. But at that time, I guess, I don't know. Maybe it wasn't as structured either, though. I would say.
I mean, the shelf life of people I grew up with, and the shelf life of people were doing what they were doing back in the days, and not to mention the surveillance involved back then, and the laws, and it was you had more of a career in that life, if that's what you want to call it. But I mean, even with the drug gangs, the African American drug gangs, I read somewhere that their fucking cycle per project for each gang going over and over is probably like 2 years.
Yeah.
And probably less, not 2.5 years.
Yes, there's a lot of people talking still about gas. So yeah, so the Sammy dealing, right? They didn't want to have any of that. That was gonna fuck up the perception of Sammy. Also, he was with the mob cops, which is a case that they knew about and they stalled out on it, or maybe wanted it to get lost to history, because let's not forget, Gaspipe names those two guys in 1994. The articles come out about those guys being dirty motherfuckers. Frank, your opinion on the old school Heat movie with Pacino, did it inspire you to do any scores?
It inspired my friends, I'll tell you that.
I remember you said Vito looked like a Heat era Val Kilmer.
Well, his demeanor, a little
That's how
bit,
you described
and his
him.
complexion. He doesn't look Italian. He doesn't really look Italian. Yeah, I could say that they're kind of bank robberies that were going around were very, very heatish.
Very
what else we got
heatish.
here?
Yeah.
Frankie, besides Salami, were you locked up with any other Boston guys? Yeah. Jimmy Ferguson, Mucka, in population. I was with this Hells Angels guy. He was like a big time Los Angeles guy out of Lynn or Lowell, one of the other ones. Who else was I with Boston? Can't remember right now, but there was a couple for sure.
Yeah. Speaking about bank robberies and Frank's buddies over there, I apologize about the Paul Ragusa video that I keep putting up for the Unsolved Mysteries that keeps getting taken down because the copyright strikes that I try to mitigate a little bit. I took Robert's. We're not trying to make money out of it or whatever. Whoever the fuck owns the rights to Unsolved Mystery, we just wanted to share that because it's pertinent to the channel. So I apologize, guys, if you try to watch that again. They keep.
And I really want to go after that fucking crooked cop in that video. That's one of the things I love. Every time I see him, my blood boils. That Ingerson.
Yeah, I think what I'll do next time is
raiding his fucking shirt and his tie, and he's talking all fucking like he's this honest fucking piece of shit. If you're listening, you're a piece of shit. Like that.
Yeah, I think we'll try to play clips for a live. Maybe we'll try to play clips for that, and we'll work them in and comment on them and stop and go, and maybe we'll get around it that way. We'll get around it that way. So sorry once again. That was the third time I tried to upload that here. Anyway. What time is it? 9:09. We've been going for a little over 2 hours. We'll stay on a little bit longer, Frank, if you want.
Maybe, I'm good. Let's rock.
We still got 152 people hanging out.
Let me just check on the cat real quick.
Sure. I remember when the shootout from LA Bank robbery really happened. I think it went live. Yeah, that was the what was that? The North Hollywood shootout. Is that what they call it? If you guys ever, you know who did a good thing on that? If you guys ever listened to, I think it's like the Case File podcast. I think that guy did a good one on that. Frankie should become mayor of New York. Imagine that. Imagine that. Hopefully he doesn't get indicted. I guess Eric Adams beat the case, huh? That's what Tony Corruption said. But if you guys want to watch that Paul Ragusa episode, you just got to find out what streaming app is streaming Unsolved Mysteries. And I believe that came out in either late 98 or early 99. That episode came out. So just find out. I forget where I got it from. Whatever app was streaming it. Check it out. Cheers. I got seltzer. LaCroix. Anybody? LaCroix? Frank, what other languages in Italy can communicate with Sicilians?
Not man. I mean, Napolitan because I heard it spoken from my Napolitan friends. I picked up on it, and Napolitan music in Italy in general is very, very popular. So I have many friends, Sicilian friends, that speak Napolitan just as good as Napolitan people. That's one of them. Dialect. The Roman dialect ain't too hard. You know, we work it out. Well, it's Italians. That's what we do. We take the Sicilian and the actual Italian that's from Florence that we're taught as an equalizer for all. That's our communication tool, and we take that and what we got, and we understand each other even when we don't. Now the Sardinian dialect is like fucking. You have fun with that one, and the Barese is the other one.
Was your family with the Buccellatos or the Bonventris? Or are we saying or?
It depends whatever, but the Buccellatos for sure. And my mom's side of the family always when they had a problem, they went to the Bonventris. So we actually had a cousin that's married to a Bonventri.
Okay.
My cousin is married to Jack's aunt. Put it that way.
Chris Spina. That's what I was. Yeah, cousins and all this. Yeah. What's up, fellas? I'm a little late. I miss our friend Pastor. What's his name? Yeah, Pastor Bradley. We don't know what's up with Pastor Bradley. I hope he's all right. Yeah.
Pastor Brad. Yeah. He was. He's gonna do the halftime show in the Super Bowl.
Imagine that.
Fuck like 100 guys in bagpipes and kilts and you know they bring him in a bed.
It sounds like his funeral.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if anyone has done a video. Oh, he's talking to come soon. Vincent Papa. Yeah, Tony's got some Vincent Papa stuff coming out. Not Calabrese under says.
You want to talk about a short guy? We were talking about short before, so let me talk about 5'2". It's all good. John Papa was short.
Bronxy South. I've been doing location videos for 4 years. I mean, I'm not coming at you, but I don't need anybody to do that work for me. I've been doing it for 4 years. You should check it out sometime. It's actually on my hat, NYC Crime Spot. I've walked around numerous neighborhoods. I've went inside numerous establishments. Done some what I would consider to be historical documentation here on YouTube.
Talking about Paul, I used to fuck around with the Calabrese people that were in our neighborhood. I used to try to do the accent, and he used to fucking piss his pants when I used to do that. And you know, he would encourage it all the time. Fuck with them.
Right. Are you familiar with the Vimois crew? Legendary writers from my area. Grew up around a couple of them in Stockholm. Oh, you talking? No, I'm not actually. I'm not too up on the Stockholm scene, proletarian. You're welcome to send it to me at nyccrimespot@gmail.com. I'll definitely check it out. Or I can just look it up. But yeah, if you want to email it to me, you could too, for sure. I know a few guys. I don't know them personally, but I know of a few people from, I guess you could say like Europe or whatever. That dude 10 foot, he's pretty crazy. One Up crew. I mean, there's a lot of them over there, but those are the ones that come up in my head. Dayon, you have to visit Ridgewood and send back videos to Frank. Yeah. Well, actually, I was talking about Frank recently about doing something.
Not too long ago, I drove through there.
Which actually talks about going back to the Unsolved Mysteries incident. It's an incident that happens in there. Brett needs no help coming up with content. Thank you, Corruption. Appreciate it. Me and Corruption did a walk and talk too for my channel. Thank you, buddy. I mean, while driving. Yeah, I mean, I could do that too. And I don't have anything against that guy. I'm not coming at you either, but it just gets a little tiring when people endlessly ask me about. I don't know the fucking guy. Like, I don't know him. It's as simple as that. Like, I don't know who he is. I don't know the first thing about it, as Tony Ducks once said.
Rock Solid said, where I'm from Calabria, I'm 40 minutes ferry ride to Messina, and when I visit, I don't notice much difference. No, there's a couple of things. Like, you guys in Calabria like to use ends a lot, like no, namak, numak, you like that. That's where the androgynous probably comes from. They put ends on everything.
40 minutes. Thank you, Cindy. Appreciate that. Appreciate you. Thank you, Cindy. The great Cindy Birch. Thank you. Yeah, I put out something today on my channel. It was actually a part of an old video I did about, speaking of 1972, Frank, the Pierre Hotel heist, January 1972.
Oh, that diamond heist, right?
Well, they took a bunch of shit, money, diamonds, anything they can get their hands on. But I actually put out a story a while ago on one of the perpetrators of that, which was Sarech El Nalo, Sammy the Arab. And I took it down. It was demonetized anyway for whatever reason. But I took 2 clips from that and I put it out today. So if you guys could check it out, it's about 2 robberies they did. One was when they robbed Sophia Loren.
Oh, wow.
At the Hampshire house where she was staying. They actually had her hostage in there for a little bit with her nanny. They robbed her. So a big story in the news. They also robbed a hotel, Liz Taylor, where she was living. They didn't get her stuff, but they robbed it. What else did they get? Another wealthy socialites, they robbed her shit. These guys were so prolific, hotel heist guys. And then ultimately they built up to the Pierre Hotel heist. And all types of shit. Some people claim that the Lucchese's had a role in the Pierre Hotel heist. If anybody has any evidence to back that up, please send it to me. Rock solid evidence. You might even get a prize from me if you could actually send me evidence of that. I've never seen any evidence of that, but people tend to say that people tend to repeat things. There's a guy that actually wrote a book about it, Daniel Simone, and he even makes up the circumstances of somebody's death in that book. He makes up a bunch of shit. So give me some proof. Sammy Nalo was originally from Detroit. He was Chaldean. Apparently had some connections to the Lucchese's. He was actually murdered in Astoria, Queens in 1988 by Lucchese hitmen in Spiridon Valensis, the Greek godfather. He was actually in his real estate agency looking for him, and he gets some.
Spiro?
Yeah, Spiro Valensis. Yeah, he was looking for him.
Sicilian?
Huh?
You know what in Sicilian slang what Spiro means?
Oh, what does it mean?
Anybody know? Football knows what it means.
I don't know. But yeah, he gets murdered. He gets murdered on there, and then he calls the cops as he's dying. He says, "Spiro did this to me." Fucking guy. So that's Spiro actually went down for that. P. Kyoto was involved in there too. All these guys. Which family had the baddest heist reputation? I don't know. They had the bypass gang, right, with the Lucchese's and stuff, right? That was a good one. There was a few guys attached to that, I think.
You have any good Bernstein stories?
I don't know. Also, do I have a Bernstein story?
The guy behind the guy behind the guy.
My Bernstein story is he's another one that says the Lucchese's had Chrissy Tick and all these people had a hand in the Pierre heist. I still haven't seen any evidence besides people writing fake books and saying things that I don't know if they're true or not. I don't know. I'd like to know. I know that Robert Comfort, who definitely took part in the heist, wrote a book with journalist Ira Burkow before he died of cancer. And if there was any Lucchese involvement or anyone in there, wouldn't he say it? He was fucking dying.
Rock solid. You were rock solid, sir?
Let's see. If you mean Spurbo, I think that's a cop.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, you got checked, boy.
He did. Yeah, good job. Good job, Rock solid.
Checked.
Leave Bernstein alone. He's just the guy behind the guy behind the guy. You see? He knows.
I don't even have a problem with the guy. Listen, I don't even have a fucking problem with him. My problem is congratulating fucking criminals. Are you a journalist? Are you a fucking Are you a journalist? Or are you a cheerleader? Like, what is your job?
Hey,
I know
look.
you're a good journalist and you write books, but why do you congratulate criminals for advancing in their criminal career? You think Jerry fucking Capisi would ever do something like that? Selwyn Rabb? You think those guys would ever do anything like that? Aren't those like your forefathers? Aren't you like in the lineage? Why are you congratulating criminals for advancing in their criminal career? It blows my fucking mind. It really blows my mind. Does that make sense to you?
No, I
want
just
to give a big OG salute and a congratulations. They're stepping up in the game. This and that. Like, what the fuck?
Bernie.
What are we doing? Like, why would you?
He needs some chick to fuck.
Maybe I'm wrong. Am I fucking wrong?
No, you're absolutely right. I'm listening. Yeah. And not only that, the other thing he does is that I didn't like. He tried to start a fucking war in the family by starting a whole bunch of bullshit. And the thing that got me was I knew these people one time, even though they're my ex-friends and stuff like that. I still care about them. I don't want them fucking the false narrative getting them fucking to go against each other because this cornball up in Detroit wants to start bullshit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Shootouts in Glen Cove. He has a good source. He's full of shit. He's just bad for this genre. It really is.
Yeah. And listen,
that's why I'm bent over. I'm not bent over the fact that he's not in competition with me because we're not in competition with him.
Right, not a competition. And at the end of the day, it's like I understand. Who am I to talk? Right, the guy's a journalist. He's been on 10 million documentaries.
Is he though?
He's written books. Mafia Prince and all this other stuff. Detroit books. Fine, he's got a resume. I'm not knocking his credentials. I just don't understand the cheerleading. It makes no fucking sense to me at all.
He's like the National Enquirer. What do they call those fucking people? Not journalists, but
National Enquirer. Yeah.
Of the mob. Come on, bro. Just stop.
Yeah. And then he says, "Oh, I got 7 Genovese made guys that I actively talk to." Well, do you still now? After you said that, John 33 G Fed. Greetings, you guys. I just logged in. What did I miss? Can you start over? I can recap. We talked about the Tommy Reynolds interview on Blood on the Razor Wire with Chad Marks. We talked about Jeff Nadeau's new venture with Frankie Joya Jr. Wednesday, we got a Ridgewood Boys upload about Frank meeting his friends. Bunch of other stuff. Half Day of the Jackal. What's going on, buddy? Bernstein seems like a decent guy. Bernstein seems like a decent guy, but he's just innately obnoxious and a blowhard that loves the sound of his own voice. Great fucking book, though, Mafia. I think it's a great fucking book, too. But right, exactly. This is why I wonder, like, what the fuck? Why are you acting like that? It's almost like a fucking,
It's a good point. Don't even mention it. Just give them free publicity.
Yeah, I guess. I think you're the one that always fucking brings him up. Jesse Roth, what's going on? How are you?
I'll take the rap. I'm sorry. I do. Yeah. Hey, Jesse. What's up, Jesse? Congratulations on your Eagles.
Oh, is that where Jesse's from? You from PA?
Yeah, I think she's from. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty positive, actually.
What's with all the Pennsylvania people in this genre? There's a lot of PA people in this genre.
Yeah, it's a big state. Keystone State.
Did you watch the Mo Crow Mafia series? I'm into season 2 right now. It's really big in Europe. From what I read, can't say I've heard of that. Bronxy South. Thank you, John 33 G Fed. Appreciate it. Can't say I heard of it. What's that about?
Jesse said, "Yes, I'm so happy, and yes, I'm from PA." Did you burn any cars last night?
Yeah. Did they light the fucking city on fire?
They should have threw everybody in from Kensington.
We're lighted on fire, motherfucker.
They should have went to Kensington. They should have went to Kensington and threw everybody in the fire while they're fucking zombied out.
I guess Molino's happy, right? Motherfuckers. The fucking referees tried to fuck him. Motherfucker. Thank God they fucking scored 100 points.
That's pretty good.
Got that Frank Fiordilino, that motherfucker. Roro. Yeah, Roro's here, Jesse. Roro's here.
He's another rat.
He's another fucking rat motherfucker.
I like what he said about. I gotta give him credit. I like what he said about his uncle. Family called. They said,
Throw him in the garbage.
With the garbage passed by, throw him in there.
Throw him in the garbage, motherfucker.
Something my family would say.
Throw him in the fucking garbage, motherfucker. Supermax at Eagle Stadium, yeah. Marino's on. Yeah, he's only happy to cover the spread. Yeah. You got to see how he bet the game. But in his heart, I'm sure he's happy. It's his hometown, right?
Now check this out. I would never go to fucking a Philadelphia game in another jersey, but I love Philadelphia.
Right. That's not a good thing.
I love the food.
Yeah.
When I want my New York fucking fix and I'm in the East Coast, I go to Philadelphia. I like it. I'm telling you, gotta be out of your fucking mind to go there in the opposite jersey. I don't know what the fuck you're trying to prove.
Mokro are Moroccans. They're big in Belgium and Holland. Huge ports there. Lots of coke. Oh, interesting. Sounds like a lot of coke and ecstasy. Sounds like a lot of changing ingredients. And that shit they make, like, you ever watch those documentaries of those, like, Europe or even wherever, Morocco guys, where it's like they're making like the club drugs, and then it's like then they outlaw it, so then they just change one ingredient, and then it becomes legal again until the government catches up to it, and then they just repeat, rinse and repeat. It's fucking crazy. Well, Deon Zivon, thank you, buddy. 1999, appreciate you.
Thank you, Deon. Thank you. I think the designer drugs in general, that's what they
designer
call
drugs. That's the word I was.
When they started coming out, the guidelines, the federal were pretty low on them until they started seeing what it was doing, and then the guidelines got like ecstasy. You back in the day, you could get caught with a fucking trunk full of ecstasy, you could get a year. Then like 1 year later, it was 100 years. You know what I mean? Steroids was the same too.
Yeah.
Cigarettes. I don't know what the cigarettes is, but if you transport cigarettes or sold cigarettes without the tags and stuff, at one time the guidelines said that 60,000 cigarettes. I think it's 60,000. I got to do the math, which is about 300 cartons. They don't go by the cartons; they go by the cigarettes. So if you sold 59,999 cigarettes, you're okay, but you're gonna get a label on you. Once you pass the 300, the 300 cartons, which was 60,000, then you had a cigarette offense, and then even after you got caught, it was like a year and a half. It's mostly tax shit, wow. But they did stomp down on it.
Jesse says last time I went to a Phillies game, someone got killed in the parking lot. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Crazy. You know what's another place like, that they don't fuck around is LA, especially when they play their rivals. Like
I was just gonna say they do that in Cali a lot. I see a lot of people getting beat up and killed at those games. Is the live still going, Danny F? I paused it 2 hours ago. I'm playing back now. Well, the live is still going, Danny F. I guess when you get to this part, it won't be going. But thanks for hanging out, Danny F. Shout out Danny F. Who's living who's not in the future. He's in the past right now. He'll catch up.
Ed Murphy says, Frank, would you box Joe? You know why? Nah. No, I mean, I'm not gonna get into that fucking crap. I mean, the only way I'm gonna fight somebody is if they're within my striking range. Getting too old. And I didn't fare too good not too long ago, so was he good? I didn't get beat up, but I didn't lose. I didn't win.
Bronxy South. I found out about when I read about the super cartel in Europe with an alliance of Amsterdam Moroccans and the Kinahan Irish mob and Gomorrah Italians and Albanians. Crazy. That is crazy. Jesus Christ. So many moving parts.
Yeah.
One punch. Yeah. People got to watch out for that. Watch out for that, people.
What's that? One punch?
That one punch shit. You knock someone in the face, they fall, crack their head. Manslaughter.
Happened
Murder.
to me. It
Murder,
happened to me.
depending.
Lucky the guy knew he deserved it and didn't want to press charges.
Really?
Yeah. He took a swing. He took a swing. Took a swing at me.
He took a swing. What are you fucking? What are you
He
Wayne?
was drunk off his ass, and I didn't. And it was a defensive punch. It was like one of these. It wasn't like boom. You know, I didn't crack him like that. I'm lefty. It was like whoop. You know, and he was so drunk he did a 360. Hit his fucking head. The blood started coming out. His girlfriend goes, "Leave."
Oh, that's scary.
Yeah,
that's scary. But I'm talking about more of that sucker punch shit. You know, when
he
people
went to the hospital, and then he said, "I don't know what did," you know, and his friends were like, which were my friends too. They're like, "You were fucked up." And what happened from there? Then he was bitter. He was mad. He seen me, and then he wanted to fight again. And we got broken up, but he was cool. We became friends again.
Yeah, the sucker punch shit is kind of what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You come up on somebody, you sucker punch him, and then you see that like every. I feel like every week there's another fucking video on that.
Yeah, I've done that. I'm guilty of that. You know, back in the day when we were a kid, especially when we were clubbing a lot.
Yeah. You guys have any last questions? We'll field some questions. Please watch out for Wednesday for the next episode. If you guys want to go over to my channel, if you haven't subscribed, check out NYC Crime Spot.
Good stuff the other night. I caught your replay, by the way. I'm glad you brought that up. I do. What
do you mean?
What's that, Frank? Would you break dance fight Dominic? Or would you break dance Dominic? Dominic break dances.
Dominic who? Dominic Sicali?
He used to break dance in jail. That's what I heard.
Is that right?
Pretty good, I heard too. Mustache P, what's up, buddy?
Mustache P, what's going on? What were you saying you were watching?
What's that?
You said you were watching a replay or something?
Oh, your replay. Yeah. Of the pick.
Oh, me and Pete. Yeah.
He's good. You want to talk about good stuff? That guy brings it too.
Yeah. He actually sounded good that night too. Not too much.
Yeah.
Check it out. My last upload, my last live stream with Pete the Pick LaFrocia.
Wait, what? What says?
Yeah, that sucker punch shit. Yeah, you get a homicide for that one. Yeah. It's the Cali raps. Yeah.
Yeah, coleslaw.
I was with Vinny Gorgeous. We were eating porridge. We were in Pelham Bay.
Yeah, it sound like that. You're like, who the porridge?
We were in Pelham Bay. I ain't gay. You know, something.
No way.
I don't know. I haven't worked on it.
It's like John A. rapping.
John A. Well, I don't like that Jeff Nadu. That Jeff Nadu likes to talk shit all day.
I'm not gonna get into him. I'm not gonna get into him. He goes.
Look at a guy like Jeff Nadu. Jeff Nadu's never been in the street. He's never been in the street, Jeff Nadu. I don't want to hear it. I can't do Christopher Walken. I know a lot of people like that. I've never done that one.
How about Ben David's my favorite?
He's never been in the streets. He doesn't know anything about the life. I like 8 Light. I'm not making fun of you, John.
No.
I had just saw that Jeff put an Instagram up. That's what when I was looking at my phone before that he was talking about him
today.
Yeah, every few. I think every couple of months, 8 Light has to throw in a Nadu in there somewhere.
There was a Russian guy, the Russian Jewish guy, Boris. I used to bust his balls. He goes, "What happened with Jesus?" He goes, "What is Jesus?" He goes, "Jewish." So mind your business. I'm a Jew. It was Jew on Jew.
Jew on Jew.
I loved it. He was just a fucking class act. Boris, if he's still alive.
He's a really good guy. Who else we got here? 145 people still. Damn.
Wow.
Monday night's where it's at.
Ever
Never watched Jim Brewer so long. I thought Jim Brewer was from Jersey.
I've seen him in person a long time ago.
I thought he was from Jersey. Maybe
he's from Long Island.
Is he from Long Island? I don't know why.
Yeah, I didn't even know who he was. My friend goes, "You ever see that movie, the pot smoking movie?" I said, "No."
Yeah, Half Baked. Right.
He does great impersonation. He does the guy from AC/DC really well.
Half Baked.
Half-baked. There you go. Derek Zoolander style. Breakdancing fight.
You should rap battle Dom. Yeah, I have no
I
interest in
kind of
that.
like that movie in a weird fucking way.
No, Zoolander's good. Yeah, that's a movie. Yeah, it's a good one. I like that one.
Have you ever been to Manhattan back in the day? You see all those Euro trash guys. You know, I've seen that. I've seen the real version of that.
Blue Steel.
You ever watch Saturday Night Live? That guy Stefan
Yeah.
and the update. That guy's another motherfucker. He's funny as shit. He reminds me of the fucking guys at the Limelight. Can you do a Sammy interview in Stefan?
Wait, who's Stefan?
Stefan's that guy who hyperventilates. He's a gay dude, like a club goer, and he's a promoter. You know, those guys that get 10 people in his club, they get in there for free.
I know, like Chris Kattan and Will Ferrell did like the Roxbury shit.
Yeah, now you gotta check out Stefan. Stefan is funny as shit.
Right. Okay, I'm looking at it now. Yeah. Bill Hader, right?
Bill Hader, yeah.
Yeah. No, I forgot what it sounds like. Bill Hader, yeah. Ted Murphy says, I'm dying. Frank, do you think Sakali's plan to hire investigators to follow mobsters around and video them? He calls it Mobster of the Month. This guy's fucking losing his mind. That's
Listen, man, if that goes back to like fucking just just go back to doing what you're doing. Forget about that shit. Doesn't make you look. You know, you got to remember you hung out with these people at one time, and now you had this resurfacing in life, like, oh, what was I doing wrong? You know, that don't fly, man. Just leave it alone. They're always gonna talk, bro. And I like Dom, I do. They're always gonna talk. These fucking people. Just leave it alone, bro.
Yeah, well, that's like that's the thing we were talking about earlier with guys coming on here, shitting on all these people, and you know, it's like, I don't know.
Yeah,
people like it, I guess. What's the Roxbury song? That's What Is Love, right? Hadaway?
Yeah. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. The China Club is supposed to be. I used to go to a China Club. It was more like Long Island, though.
Frank, do you remember Mark, Mike, Alex, the Russian breakdancers from Bensonhurst? They danced all over.
No. Well, I had a friend of mine, Hiram. He's Greek and Puerto Rican. This guy was talented at anything he could do. He started playing basketball. He started dunking. He had springs. He wasn't that big. He started boxing. He won the Golden Gloves. He could spin on his head for about a good 40 seconds. I mean, he was just fucking good at everything. He's probably the best break dancer that I ever seen in my neighborhood, around my neighborhood. Hiram. I used to hang out with him at one time. Good fighter. Great fighter, actually. Skinny guy, but a real good fighter.
Look at that comment from Bronx South. He says, throw up that Sammy.
Which one?
He wants the Sammy clip one more time.
Come on, man. Not the Sammy clip again. Go ahead. I mean, if we don't.
Maybe Patrick David will
All about you guys, but you want to see it again, well, go right ahead.
Pull up that clip. That is the Sammy the Bull. He is drinking Starbucks. Pull up that clip. Let me see that clip of Sammy the Bull. There he is. He's been on my show. 17 million views for that upload. So check it out. Here he is. Wait a second. I'm going to fire my producer.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
All right. Sorry, proletariat. Somebody wanted it.
You know, every time somebody says if he has sugar in his tank, I'm the first one to say, I didn't see it. You know, I never did. But he's not helping his fucking cause with that fucking whatever that fuck was.
Barzalette, can you link your Manect? Yeah. Sorry, I don't have a Manect yet. Sorry, proletariat. So they asked for it. What's good, Kings? How's the white girls treating you guys? Yeah, pretty good, I guess. Pretty good.
They don't get no blacker than that guy.
Who's that? Donald Trump's cousin? Where's Donald Trump tonight?
I know.
Thank you, Cindy.
Christ.
I love that PBD. I'm gonna have nightmares tonight. A lot of people are gonna get nightmares tonight. You guys can blame that on Bronxy South because he asked for it. Jesse Ross says gross.
Yeah, no shit.
Well, listen, guys, this is the stuff that we're bringing. We're bringing real content, dude.
A little bit of everything. We still got to get to that 1972 heist that took place in Brooklyn. I told you, it's one of my favorite movies of all time. Pacino.
Oh, Dog Day Afternoon, Bank the Bankroll. Yeah. Another heist. Yeah, another 72 heist. Yeah.
That's a fucking great movie. And there's a documentary called The Dog based on the guy who actually did. Watch that doc. You guys want to laugh. If you like the movie, you're definitely gonna like the documentary. This guy was crazy. He stood in front of that bank he robbed with a shirt, and he used to sell the shirt, and the shirt said, "I robbed this bank." You know, I'm the guy who robbed this bank.
That's hilarious. No, that's hilarious. Yeah.
And he had a split personality. Like this Dutch filmmaker wanted to film the movie, so he acted as his fucking secretary, and then he acted, okay, he can't talk to you right now, but maybe I could get him later. And it's actually him. And then he talked to him. He goes, okay, maybe we negotiate 20,000, but you said 15. Now it's 25. He goes, and I'll give you my story. Funny guy, funnier guy.
Burrow's gonna have nightmares tonight. BMF 770. Frank, did you know Pat Bannon? I bounced with him in Manhattan. I was friends with his boy who bounced with him that night.
Angel used to bounce with him. I know that. Angel, they were good friends with Vito. Puerto Rican guy, tough motherfucker. That crew of bouncers. At one time, Vito spearheaded them in a couple of clubs when he was just coming up. But yeah, I knew Pat. I seen Pat around. He worked in that little place there on Bell Boulevard. I've been there one time. One time I asked for Vito at the door with another friend of mine. And they didn't let us in, so I name dropped, which I shouldn't have did. And while we're walking, there's four of them right behind me. And I said, fuck. I just maybe they didn't like the way I asked. I said, wait a minute. Whoa. I said, I know him, but it's not like they said, okay, no, well, he's not here. I said, okay, all right. Already whipping a new ass, you know?
Yeah. Frank, were you that guy in Ocean's 11 going in ninja style? Was that you?
Ninja. I didn't see the movie. I'm sorry.
Sorry, guys.
Ninja as in naked?
Yeah.
No, that's Danny Trio.
Watch out on those jokes, guys. You might get a lick. I might give you a licking. We might give you guys a licking if you don't stop.
Yeah.
A Starbucks licking.
Oh, that's fucking disgusting.
Jesse Roth likes it. She likes that. She already saved it.
People. When were they gonna tell them that's not a good idea to fucking put up?
She already saved it for her files over there. Yeah, there's a running joke with Sammy and Starbucks for some reason. I don't know how that happened, but
what drink is named after him? If they had a name a drink after Sammy.
That's a good one. If they had a name a drink after Sammy, what it would be? Let's get it together. Let's see. Let's see. I
don't know.
Let's get some things in there. Starbucks has to make a Sammy drink. I don't know.
Well, we'll save it for next week. You guys could come up with one, and or you can come up with it now. I can't think of anything. I'm brain farting right
Jesse
now.
Roth is choking on her Cheerios. Well, good thing they're shaped like lifesavers, so maybe.
His main thing, we used to, how you like your coffee? You like my coffee, like my women black. That's his favorite go-to. I must have heard that 100 times. For somebody who don't know him.
Nitro Bow. That's not bad.
Nitro Bow. Yeah.
Nitro Bow. Lizard latte. Ooh, look at that.
Listen, if he comes up with the coffee, I'll make it. The coffee boy to the mob.
The underslob. Nitro Bow.
They got that Nitro Bow.
It's a lot. Try. Which one are you living? The Night Pro move?
I don't know why that's so funny to me. I don't know.
There's a lot tati.
Cold Bow. Cold Bow. Oh my God.
Ryan goes, how violent was Shaw? You know, you had to piss him off, and it wasn't hard to do. It depends on the mood he was in. Whatever you had in front, you know, he'd fight the biggest fucking guy. I mean, sometimes we go in a fucking club before he would come in, the fucking bouncer said something wrong. We look away and he's getting slugged, and we're fucking getting choked and thrown out. One time I thought they got him good. I waited for him and he came out, and they thank God, they were like the place that had like 80 bouncers. A lot of that was going on. He didn't give a fuck.
I'm excited for that episode. Well, you guys will get that at some point. Robert Pasternak says, Bullshot Express. Oh. Oh, my God. Cindy, surprised you haven't seen Ocean's 11. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen the original one or
The original one I seen years ago with Sammy
Yeah.
Davis, Joey Bishop, Peter Lawford, and all that. I seen that years ago, a long time ago. I forgot about it. Ocean 11, they filmed in Sicily in my town, and I had my cousin, husband was in jail. He ran shit over there for a minute, and she went over there to fucking extort them. She got everybody fucking.
That's funny. Yeah. Thank you, Ted Murphy. Appreciate that. Patrick appreciates that also. Thank you.
Do you fear death? No.
Do you fear death?
No, I don't.
Thomas Crowley, do you fear death? Thomas Crowley, Mr. Crowley.
I know that a lot of people are just not there no more. They're like, you know what? You can. I mean, I want to live, but we're all gonna die, right? So
yeah, it's a good Ramones song, by the way. I Want to Live from Queens, New York, the Ramones.
And then again, they say everybody don't afraid. They're not afraid of dying until they got a gun in their fucking head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then the game changes.
Yeah.
I hope it's fast.
Living is scarier than death, Jesse Ross says.
I don't know. I think I still got a lot to see, but at the same time, I don't even think about that. It happens. It happens. One of the people I loved in my life the most passed away in September, and it's just showing that our time's coming. That's all.
Bronxy South. No, actually, I can't. That's one that has been a little tough for me, to be honest with you.
Which side?
A Trump impersonation.
Yeah.
Ryan Brown's going to need counseling if he has to watch that Sammy video again. I don't know. He might have to hit it. Wow, 144 people still after 2 hours and 45 minutes. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate all of you.
This is good stuff. We even
growing every week.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. You guys are making it happen. This show's gonna grow because of you guys, and it's you first, and us definitely a distant second. Thank you.
100%. Thank you. 100%.
It's going pretty soon, and we could go from there and send them to you guys.
Yeah. Yep.
Especially
Thank
the monkey
you, Matt.
one. I want the monkey one.
We love you too, buddy. Thank you, Matt. And those glasses are coming. As soon as they arrive to my mailbox, they're going to get forwarded to your
I
mailbox.
sent them already. So
You already sent them, so you're going to get them. You're going to be a real Balenciaga boy.
And there's two shirts too there. There's two pairs of glasses.
You're going to be the Kanye West of the East.
Yeah.
It's the same as when the shots go off. You never know how you're going to react until you hear gunshots.
Yeah. We got shot at. Me and Paul got shot at one time. A couple of times, actually. One time, he said, run. And I said, for what? And we just started running. And he froze. He was white as shit. He goes, I seen them pointing at us. I said, what the fuck? And I heard the shot. We ran. We went to my house, from his house to my house, which is a good 3 blocks, but fast. He was faster than me, but yeah, he was real fast. But I wasn't slow either. We ran real fucking fast. Another time, 20 guys were waiting for us in the corner.
Dan Tundis, great live, fellas. Watching from SoCal. Hey, thank you, buddy. Appreciate you, Dan. It's 6:48 over there in SoCal. Thanks for hanging out with us. Appreciate you. Yes, Cindy, holding tough. Eli Palm, he says, Big Frank, what's up? You ever approached any of your people to sell heroin?
No. That was a death penalty when I was getting.
You ever sell that heroin?
Very, very, very. Now, it was an anti-drug. He just didn't sell it because it was because my Uncle Cheech loved money. But with that excuse, we don't sell drugs. It's a dirty bit and all that. He didn't sell it because he knew the fucking what came with it. No, I would have got fucking.
Yeah.
I did a lot of fucking things that pissed him off. That would have been the final straw. I actually think he would have had me killed at one time.
Is that right? Your own uncle?
Yeah, I was giving him a lot of fucking problems at one time. I told you I shot somebody in a fucking social club.
Yeah.
That was his captain social club. Another time I closed the fucking social club down because of one of my acts. So he was about fucking like fed up. Actually, when I go on a lam, he tells me stay there.
Yeah.
You
California,
know,
right?
I mean, it's just where I was in life. I went on the lam like 4 fucking times. Not always because one time I just fucking lost a whole bunch of money. I didn't want to hear him. I didn't care about the other people.
That was California you went to, right?
No, that time, California was one time. I hit out in Astoria for about a couple of months after another shoot.
Astoria?
Yeah, because it was a world apart. You don't get it.
I mean, I get it. Yeah.
The guy didn't die. So we were waiting it out and see what the fuck he was going to do. Believe me, but I was on the next phase, you know?
Yeah.
One of these fucking guys that ratted me out had told his father they were talking about me. And I got upset at the person who gave me the message. I go, we don't relate messages from him. He's telling.
Yeah.
Because what they're telling you, they're bringing your name up. So I stayed in Jersey for a while after that. Then I lost a whole bunch of money. I didn't want to confront my uncle, so I went to hang out with a friend of mine that was on the lam for murder in fucking upstate New York.
I get what you're saying though about Astoria being a world apart because obviously I'm in Queens, but where you grew up in Queens, that's like a world apart from me.
That's like Brooklyn. That's like Greenpoint, you know. But
Ridgewood, even Mass Fifth, Middleville, like that's like.
But I wasn't walking around either. I was in a house.
Yeah.
You know, and it was one of my family members' girlfriends, Kumas, you know.
Frank, can you do business while in a halfway house?
Can
you do business while in a halfway house?
You can do anything you want. Just don't get caught. But it's stupid. I wouldn't recommend it. On the lam in Queens. I know people from Bensonhurst who go on the lam in Queens and vice versa.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. It makes sense.
They want to go. A lot of them were like weighing shit out. You know, when you go on a lam, that means you know they're looking for you. When I mean weighing shit out, is I didn't get charged with anything, but I didn't know yet. You know,
right. All right, we'll answer a couple more questions. I think we'll head out. We're almost 3 hours in. We really appreciate everybody hanging out tonight. 160 people in the chat right now. Let me get a couple more questions. Want to thank the great Roro G for taking care of us in the chat always. YouTube user, did your friends ever have any run-in problems with any Brooklyn crews?
Nah, man, a little world apart. Greenpoint, when we were kids, we'd fight with them a couple of times, but then we became friends.
Okay.
Frank, what Sopranos characters, if any, were like the Giannini crew? None. Furio without the accent and the ponytail, no ponytails.
Proletarian Assassin. Wow. 4 a.m. in Stockholm. Thank you, buddy.
Sleepless in Stockholm.
Where's Astoria? Astoria is another part of Queens, Cindy. It's not the Astoria from Kindergarten Cop. That's another Astoria. What is that? Oregon or something?
Yeah, it's Oregon.
It is Oregon. Cool.
That's where they filmed Goonies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Really? That's cool. I was watching a video where they were doing the locations for the Goonies in that town. Looks pretty cool. Looks pretty cool.
It is.
Looks really cool. Love the Goonies.
Outside of Portland, Oregon's really nice. It's overdraft like the water is, but it's nice. It's scenic.
Yes, BB, still live. What the fuck?
In prison, if Italians play basketball with play, that's a great question. But they'll tell you, the Italian guys tell you, don't get no fights because you're on your own.
Kindergarten Cop. Yeah, great movie, Matt. Kindergarten Cop. Dominic. Trey Godbout. Could be a drink. What's the drink? The Sammy drink?
Sammy.
Battery dead. Thanks for another good show, Brett and Frank. Take care. Take care, IH Farmer Bo. See you later. I'm a little disappointed you didn't put a bow in there, but I forgive you. Take care, Farmer Bo. Battery died, huh?
We got a good one going on today. Huh? We got 3 hours on. 7 more minutes, you call it?
Yeah. We'll call it 3 even. We'll call it. I just spotted Sammy at the Bronx Starbucks. Maybe a lookalike. What a timing. Wow, Sammy's in the Bronx? You got to be kidding me.
It's not that tumor.
You got to be kidding me. Maybe he's over there meeting with Mikey Washwoman Mancuso. Maybe that's what
He doesn't talk like that, bro. You know what you're doing? It's like if John A. Light and Dominic Cicali had a baby, you sound like that.
I don't know, whatever.
You know what I mean?
That's my weakness, I guess.
Agabish, you know, he used to say, Agabish. When he used to, Joe Messina, he didn't speak any Italian, but when he was like trying to go, be funny at the end, he go, Agabish. I go, yeah.
Ryan Brown wants you to break down what a superseding indictment is.
It's when they keep hitting you with shit and fucking while you're there, then they bring in more people in, and then
keep adding more people. Yeah.
So we started in March 19th of 2002 by superseding indictments lasted to 2005 January.
Right.
Almost the whole fucking Bonanno family.
Thomas Crowley, ever do business with anyone from Delaware?
No. Been to Delaware a long. Where's that? I actually seen Brewer in Delaware a long time ago.
Hi, I'm in Delaware. That's another Wayne's World for you. Yeah, I dated someone from Astoria, Oregon. He talked about all the films made there. Oh, wow, interesting.
Mm-hmm. Bend is a nice place too. I like it out here. I like the North. I didn't think I would, but I like it. I got my Washington Husky hat. You see it?
Yes, Frankie Joya. Yeah, we spoke about that earlier. Ryan Brown. Yeah, he's gonna be
good. Anytime Jeff puts something out, it's pretty good.
Chris Breeder says, did you know Joey Mook, the banana rat that got beat up years after he flipped?
Yeah. A funny story about him is when his cousin told, he didn't even get indicted. He went to the fucking, he almost knocked the fucking prosecutor's door down. Joey D'Amico.
BFM 770. So would you say Vitaly was the start of the end for the Bananos? Makes sense, yeah.
100%. 100%.
Dom needs to stop the washwoman crap. Kind of annoying. Yeah, well, that's what he's into. That he's with the drama, the clickbait stuff.
Brooklyn Bail Bust.
Says, I'd throw something at you. You remember Naked City on Queens Boulevard? I was the head bouncer there. A lot of guys came in there and hung out after hours.
I had a brawl there with a Puerto Rican kid and a friend and another guy. It got heated inside. We went outside. We ended up fighting. He had a hockey jersey with another guy that's a captain in the family now. One of my best friends at the time, and I pulled the fucking guy's shirt over his head and started bawling. You know, he had that hockey shirt, so he was a little smaller than me, and a gun fell right down from his.
Was that O'Kane's spot?
Yeah. And his gun fell right on the floor, and I picked it up. I fucking see. You never know. This guy. If he, my
friend, you know O'Kane, Ballbuster? Were you cool with Joe O'Kane? If he was
Joe O'Kane's and the brothers, the twins, the Marcianos, they had that part to the place too. Colombo joint.
Thank you, Cindy. Have a great night. Appreciate you hanging out as always. Who's better than you? Thank you,
Good
Cindy.
Night. Good night. I remember Canarella, he said he had his own reality show. So they were on the 7th floor.
Richie Canarella. Did he have a reality show? Is that true?
Yeah, it was some fucking bullshit out in Arizona. I remember they were fucking looking to get out of jail in the worst way. The kid wasn't doing jail time well, the kid Paul. And I remember Joe Kane seeing me down in one of the visiting room. I guess he was going to his lawyer. He was about to get designated, just got in life. And he goes, I don't know, something's wrong with this kid. I go, what are you talking about? His father picks up his food and brings it to his room. Because that's like fucking can I get an extra banana for Paul and shit like that? And he wasn't doing good time. So kind of people oh, this ain't going to look good. 2 weeks later, they were out the fucking building.
Eli Palm says, I miss white on white violence. Interesting.
Watch hockey.
Watch hockey, yeah, or go to a local high school and just wait. My aunt had to save my cousin's life with $5,000. He robbed the same drug dealer twice. Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus. Trey Godbout says, shout me out. There it is. Trey Godbout with the shout out. There you are.
Do we got any shout outs?
Southie,
I always shout out to Southie.
Yeah, well, before we go, let's shout out everybody who generously donated tonight. 1 million anniversaries. Thank you, sir. What it do with Big Lou? Thank you, sir. Tom Basta Lavecchia. Thank you, sir. Matt, thank you. Dayan Zivan. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Really appreciate everybody who decided to hang out with us tonight. Every week, every Monday night, this live stream keeps growing. We think we hit our highest number tonight, Frank. We had about 170 people. Maybe we'll get 200 one of these days.
Yeah,
we'll keep growing. Great. I think we will.
Shout out to Lee Cole. Call me.
Lee Cole called you?
No.
Oh, okay.
He goes, I don't talk to none of these rats. I fuck with him. I went on that one thing that was saying he talks to rats and whatever.
Right.
And I put a comment underneath saying, call me later, Lee Cole. That's a new one.
Right.
Well, if you're listening, call me.
Brooklyn Ballbuster says, yeah, we got along okay. Interesting. Proletarian Assassin, thank you so much for staying up so late. Got to sleep, guys. This is a good one. I have a million more questions for Frank about the Sicilian Mob, though. Good night. Yes, please join us back here every Monday night. Sometimes Wednesday, but usually just Mondays. Cindy, thanks again. Appreciate you. Mickey Griggs. Bronxy South, shout out to you. Shout out to Brooklyn Ball Buster. Yeah, I'll just recap. If anyone's joining, please watch the show back. We spoke about the Tommy Reynolds interview. You can go over to Blood on the Razor Wire with Chad Marks. Check that out. Jeff Naduz with Frankie Joya Jr. Wednesday, we have what do we have? The Ridgewood, right?
Mm-hmm. What did Lenny say?
Lenny.
How much time did I do in the Witch Sec program?
Who? Tommy Reynolds did more time than you. How much time did you do in the Wisecrack?
Blow it up for everybody to see who his jerk off is.
Lenny?
Yeah.
Tommy Reynolds did more time. How much did you do?
What's your point? What's your point? You're the one who said you spit on Greg Scarper.
What happened?
He spit on Greg Scarper at a fucking bar.
He spit on Greg Scarpa? Lenny
yeah,
did?
He put in the comments his fucking mud.
Oh, interesting. You spit on him.
Yeah. Now I know he's full of shit. Probably ain't even his fucking avatar. Maybe it is.
More time. Yeah. You're right. Tommy Reynolds did do more time than Frank for shooting for blowing a woman blowing a woman's fucking head off. Yeah, real nice, real good stuff.
But that's that. I don't want to.
I know, but I'm a civilian.
I'm not.
I'm a civilian. And like I said before, I think he should be out of prison because I think he did his time, and I think his life is tragic, and I actually feel bad that he went through a life like that. But at the end of the day, my problem, and now I'm just gonna fucking say it since Lenny came in here with the wise jokes. I'm just gonna say it. My biggest problem with that Tommy Reynolds interview was the people that were in the live chat talking about, oh, stood up like a man, did his time, he did this, he did that. Well, that might be true, but he did blow a woman's fucking head off. So you guys can go in there and cosplay all you want because you think you're in the mob and, you know, you think that this is cool and this is good. At the end of the day, I'm a civilian, and I'm looking at a man who blew somebody's fucking head off, a mother's head off, and took a mother away from a family. And I'm a civilian, I'll say it. Frank doesn't want to say that. But I'll repeat once again, I don't think he should be out of prison. I think he did his time. I hope he is, what's the word? Rehabilitated, as Carlito once said. I hope he's rehabilitated, and I hope he's going to do good. And maybe he can talk to people and sway them away from, doing 25 plus years incarcerated. Who the fuck wants to do that with their time? I don't think anybody does.
I'm probably the wrong person to, my heart goes out to him that his life gets fulfilled.
Me too. I feel sad.
I feel sad as well. And you could see in his face that he'd been through, shit got back to him.
was probably one of the saddest fucking interviews I've seen in a very long time, to be honest with you.
You know, when you hurt people sometimes or whatever, kill them, whatever, you go to certain places. Sometimes they don't leave your mind, especially when you have a lot of time to yourself. You go to supermarkets, you see somebody who look like that person, and you're always like, you know, oh, wow. And then you just keep going. Then sometimes in a family atmosphere, you go, wow, this guy had a family, or somebody had or this woman had a family. She might look, you know, that you know, and that's a tough one too. It's like drunk drivers, you know, when they that's one you can never take back. You know, a civilian, that's harder than because that's gonna stick with you for the rest of your life. I think that's what he's going through. I don't think I can tell. I know.
I wish the guy the best. Really do.
That's a tough one.
Really
so
do. I found it to be an incredibly emotional interview, and I really hope that he's rehabilitated. And I think he probably has found God and he is rehabilitated. It was an accident. Yeah, well, it wasn't an accident when they drove up to the house with intentions to rob the fucking house. And when you point a gun when you open the door, that's not an accident.
It wasn't deliberate.
It wasn't deliberate. But at the end of the day, what happened is
Right,
what
they went
happened.
to rob it. Felony murder.
That's my
what it is.
fucking problem. That's my problem.
It's felony murder.
People cosplaying in the chat room talking about took it on the chin, stand up man, this and that. That's irrelevant. That's not real life. That's irrelevant. Real life is what happened that night, and this woman dying. That's the reality of the situation. Unless Reynolds is going to come around and blab his fucking mouth and tell everybody else how he's such a stand-up guy, and I did my time, guys. I'm a stand-up guy, which he would never do. Because he's a real person. He doesn't cosplay on internet fucking chat rooms like fucking Lenny over here. He's not a cosplayer pretending to live through the horrible things other people did. And that's what people tend to do in this genre. So clip that up, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, people. Everybody have a
back to what you just said. You know, it's water under that fucking bridge behind me, unfortunately. And I hope he finds peace within himself to live life, whatever's left of it for him. You know what I mean?
Chris Breeder says that is Lenny DeMaria. No, Lenny DeMaria is having 4 a.m. dinner parties in Philadelphia, last I heard from that other channel. Ladies and gentlemen, Cindy, thank you so much. Have a good night. Roro G, thank you so much. Have a good night. Sorry to go out like that, but, you know, I didn't want to say that. But when people come in here, I was actually holding that in, didn't want to talk like that. I'm not that type of person. And everything positive that I said in regard to that person, I mean it. But at the end of the day, let's talk about reality and not talk about some fucking romantic view of something that to me, fucking sucks. All right.
Agreed.
Whatever. Oh, I like talking about it because it's historical. But to me, ultimately, it fucking sucks. And you know what's funny, Frank? One more thing. You'll never see this. You'll never see this like in like a killer genre or something. Like no one will say that some serial killers are a stand-up guy or whatever, or like
or rapist,
or like, you know, Gacy or anybody or any of these guys that have killed it. You'll never see people say some shit like that. Not that it's even on the same level. That's not to say that there wasn't some mob guys that that would fit the mold, but you'll never see it. You only see it in this weird corner of the internet.
Well, there's a fascination with that life. It's marketable, obviously, movies, whatnot.
Right.
You know, crime on crime always sells, even within the other communities, the African American communities, within the rap music industry. You know, they sing it about her. You know, it's
right.
World, bro.
Right. No, I understand that. But I think
I'm agreeing with you.
Right. I think it's also important for people to also step back and look at it for a lot of what it is.
Yeah. Yep, exactly. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, we really appreciate all you. Thank you, 151 people. I hope everybody enjoyed this 3 hours. Thank you to everybody that contributed. Please check us out on Wednesday, and then check us out on Monday, next Monday live. Hopefully we'll have some good stuff to talk about with you, ladies and gentlemen. All right, everybody, have a great night.
Good night, guys. Good night, guys.